kicked down to the ground by the voices in my head. But you said life gets tough when you get older. That's why I raised the soldier. Fight this battle till the end. Kicked down to the ground by the voices in my head. But you said life gets tough when you get older. That's why I raised the soldier. Fight this battle till the end.
Chad, good morning. Good morning. Jeff, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Are you doing well? I am doing absolutely incredible. Chad, how's everyone doing? It is a new week. It is a new day. And last week has come and gone. And this is the week that we have today. So I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are locked in to have an amazing day, an amazing week. Obviously going to start it off the right way as always. Just want to get settled in here. Things are still a little bit rough here. Jay, what did you do the weekend?
Friday night, recorded our new course for our members, sent that out, did a lot of admin. Saturday, same thing. Saturday night, chilled with Michaela. We had our first braai in our new place.
Hey,
so
okay.
That was really nice.
I heard it was a bad day to be a braai because braai's got heat on it. Was it Friday?
Now Saturday. I actually ate
Saturday.
I ate a lot of food. I had like two chops. I had 6 pieces of chicken, potato salad. Look, I got myself opgehangen, young.
Okay. Chad, it was a bad day to be a braai on Saturday. Jay was just absolutely manipulating braais. So.
What did you do this weekend?
Hey, we went to St. Francis on Saturday. Played St. Francis links on the Saturday. Slept over in St. Francis. Came back Sunday afternoon. So little spontaneous trip. Started off last week Thursday. Chad, you guys remember? Thursday or Friday, and then it just turned into a little weekend getaway. So
that's nice.
No, it was good. It was good. But Chad, we're about to get started here. Bevan, Amina, Benjamin, the battery guy. Haven't seen the battery guy here, but it is always good to see the battery guy. Yeah. Jason, Larkin, Fabs, good morning. Slushy, Maxi Kupo. Sheesh. Haven't seen Maxi Kupo here. Seeing some new names here. Ashton V. I've seen Ashton V here. Etty, Ruben. Goeiemorgen. Who else is here in the chat? Tembalatu, blockchain, crypto, Forex. That's quite a bit. Tembalatu's got on his plate. Blockchain, crypto, and Forex. That's one way to get anxiety. Trade all 3 of those instruments. Donnie Pretorius, Paul. Absolutely, Donnie. Thank you so much for that. Let's just get the poll going. JV, please read the rest of the names. Please greet our fellow colleagues here.
Wait, where did you stop?
I don't know, but you can pick it up wherever you feel
Okay.
the need to do that.
So I see Slash is here as always. Always love the support. Slash, Etty, Ruben, Stock. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it seems like something Ethereum. Ruben, Bevan, Donnie Pretorius, awesome. Daniel, Dylan Savage. We also have here Lyndon Knight, awesome. Robert, Daryl, the battery guy. Okay, Chris did mention you. Hood Angels, Joe, Zach, Dorian, Zane, Fabio's also here. Ryan, Tariq, Ganif, Titus, and Motivab.
All right.
There's some new people here. That's beautiful.
There's definitely some new people. Chris, the trolls on Insta posing as you, bro. It is tough. Please just report, Chad. I see 2 T's in the name. Chris_market double T. Hello, I hope you're benefiting from my content. Yeah, Chad. I actually pray that there's a special place in hell for these people where they just get tormented like on a different level. So honestly, because for you, dude, like I'll have more respect for you if you go and beg, and I'm honest. But to do that, bro, that a special place where you will be carrying the wood to the furnace.
Yeah.
Because the place where they are going, it's going to be nice and toasty. Very, very toasty for those guys. And I hope it's very toasty because flip me, dude, it is, yeah. Anyways.
I always say, like, God has given you so many gifts and you are so lazy to think that you would rather pretend to be someone else, or
yeah.
It's sad. It's sad.
All right, Chad, it is a new week. We are going to start off this week with our standard prayer. The Bible says if you do not know how to pray, pray this very simple prayer. This prayer has got everything in it. There's a reason why God said pray this prayer. It is short, it is powerful, it is all covering. So the prayer goes a little bit something like this. And Lyndon, we're first going to give honor to our Father, and then we're going to give you honor for that dono. So, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
And
Amen.
as I pray that, the Holy Spirit just convicts me, and the Spirit said, Chris, you want those scammers to be in a toasty place. Why not pray for them that they may be saved and come to the knowing knowledge of the saving power of God.
May they also become profitable.
May they also become saved. And just like that, Chad, as you pray, the Spirit comes and it does not condemn you, it convicts you, and immediately convicted me. That is the beauty. Incredible. So, firstly, let's report those scam accounts and then pray for them as well. Hey, Chad, that is the conviction of the Spirit. Lyndon Knight, 35 runs. It's going to be a bad week to be a TP. Entire week. London, New York. Lyndon, absolutely. This one's for you, my brother. Hey, Chad, who loves that little what's the name? Not condemnation, that conviction. You thought like, they should be in a toasty place, and then God is like, John 3:16, and then you're like, that John 3:16, why? Anyways, Chad, let's get straight into the charts, and let's see what's going on here. Economic. All right, Chad. New week, Eurogroup meeting all day, starting in 18 minutes. 18 minutes, we've got Fed Wallace speaking. That's that Eurogroup meeting. So we're going to see quite a bit of headlines coming out of that meeting today. A little bit later, 10 o'clock, we've got the business climate index, the current assessment IFO, and then also the expectation. So do expect some volatility coming from the Eurozone, especially Germany. So obviously Germany, quite a big economy in Europe. So keep an eye out for that. USD Chicago Fed National Activity Index, not really a top tier data release. Schnabel, just sounds horrific, but anyways, ECB Schnabel 7:30. Then we've got some bond auctions. Daily also speaking tonight, not John Daly if you were wondering. And then also we've got the commitment of traders report coming out tonight. So we'll see how the positioning is set for the rest of the week. Tuesday, also not too much going on. Eurogroup meetings still ongoing. We've got some CPI out of Canada. Wednesday, let's just do this. I don't know why this thing is doing this, but anyways, Wednesday, all right, CPI out of Australia, some home sales dates. Looking like a relatively flat week, Chad. Not gonna lie, it is looking relatively flat. Last week of the month. Is it the last week of the month, Chevy? It is.
Yeah,
it
we're
is,
also about to end of the second quarter.
Yeah. Chad, so it is. It's gonna be a slower week. Some data coming out. GDP. Thursday things could start ramping up a bit. Friday, GDP. So Thursday, Friday. So Chad, straight off the bat, first part of the week is not gonna be. Don't expect fireworks unless the BOJ starts tweeting. But other than that, don't expect any lights to be shot out here. And we're going to start off the week here. Back to regular viewing for the Project G guys. We will actually jump into a call tonight. Yesterday, I was feeling a little bit fluish. I didn't even want to say it, but yesterday, sore body, a little bit of chills, all of that. I was in bed like 7 o'clock, trying to shrug it off. DXY on the weekly, still bullish. As mentioned last week, we were bullish. This week, still bullish. We are going for 105.80. So hopefully we can smack that level this week, 105.80. But we could first come down to test 105.23. So this will be the majority of your weekly range, Chad. This is all you need to focus on for the rest of the week. Daily time frame. Let's check the daily. Beautiful, Chad. If you ever want to see a clean chart, this is as clean as it gets. Maybe today we close bearish, just retesting this level, and then tomorrow, rest of the week, we go for those key levels. But bullish on the day for me. 4-hour time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour weekly pivot just below that key zone right there. Weekly R1 didn't actually change from last week. Very little changed in terms of the resistance levels. However, the weekly S1 did change. Okay, 5 minutes. Let's see, 5 minutes. We still have 14 minutes before we open up these markets for round one. Asia highs, Asia lows. Beautiful. Okay, daily EQ already tapped. What is the 80 doing? 80 is looking still relatively flat from Friday. Obviously now starting to come to the upside. And okay, Chad, as mentioned, could be a bearish day. And if I'm going to be bullish at all on the dollar for the rest of the day, Asia lows, minimum. If we cannot get back above Asia lows, we are going to get that bottom wick for the first part of the week. And we could be trading all the way down to the weekly pivot. So just keep that in mind. That is what I'm looking for this morning. All right, US 30 on a weekly time frame. Massive comeback. US 30 just showing us what true resilience is. With all technicals against you, you should have gone bearish. You just said, hold on to my liquidity. Let me show you what margin calls are. And beautiful. Look at that. The US 30 just absolutely coming back. So do me a favor, if you have not checked out the Discord, join the Discord now. And then once you're in the Discord is for free. Let me just grab that Discord quickly here. And if you go here, only charts. No, not only charts, education. And you go to the reversal buy setup. Then I'm going to snip this for you, because I know a lot of you ask, how does Chris determine his weekly and daily biases? And then every time I say it's in the education section. And then you, Chris, but how can it be in the education section? Shouldn't I pay for something like this? And then I said, no. Freely it was given to me. Freely I shall give it to you, my brother. And then you were like, no ways, Chris. And then I said, yes ways. And you saw this beautiful buy setup. And you say, Chris, can it be on a weekly time frame? I can use these setups. And then I said, absolutely. And there you can see this is one of the reversal plays we talk about, where it is a failed continuation and price just starts turning to the upside. So that, for that reason, I am bullish on the week for US 30. All right, bullish on the week. There you have it. That is the exact same setup. I use it on the weekly, daily, whatever time frame you can use it. Daily time frame, still bullish. We have yet to form a resistance. I do, however, want to say that we can come back to this zone again to test it, and even the bottom of this zone, that could be a pullback before we continue higher. All right, so keep that in mind. 4 hour. This playlist is definitely not a hype, but we hyped before we had to play this. It is not the music that hypes you, it is your mindset. Jeff, what do you rate?
No, true. I actually like music like this because there's no words. It calms me down.
Okay.
Do you know what I like doing? I like mixing up some sounds like this.
Okay.
And opening up another tab and play some rain sounds.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's one way to get your bladder working on a Monday morning. Just make sure you drink a lot of water so you can constantly run to the toilet. Chad, big Asia Ranger at the daily pivot, at the daily EQ. Asia low still intact, Asia high still intact. I'm not doing anything with this. However, I can tell you that the 80 is trading below the 200, but if you look at the general direction of the 80, it is still bullish. So nothing here from me. I'm just going to let it simmer. I'm just going to let it do its thing. But a weekly pivot all the way down here. So I wouldn't even mind if we do this today. Come and retest that weekly pivot and then continue back up. But for me, very, okay. If you want to be very aggressive, this zone here, wait for the open, wait for the shuffle. This zone right here, this is where you can do something from it. It's Monday. If you want to get cute, if you want to get your powder wet early on a Monday morning, this zone here, closures and holds above, we're going bullish. Rejections below, we are going bearish, and we'll monitor it with you. For all the lads that just want to get that powder wet. Chad, beautiful. Nasdaq still bullish as ever. Beautiful top wick to go and fill. So that is relatively straightforward for this week. We are bullish. Daily time frame still bearish. We've got a confirmed resistance here, and we still have this. Even though that's a green candle, I see this as a potential resistance area to be tested, because what happened here is price stalled a little bit. Small candle, Just a little indecision candle, just making you doubt, can I short Nasdaq, can I not short it? Took out the lows, everyone got excited, this is the pullback, and Nasdaq just said, no, not today. Not today. Hold on to your shorts, literally hold on to your shorts, and let me show you a trick here. How to get the shorts excited, and then how you rip off their face with an absolute massive rally. Okay, trading below the weekly pivot. 5 minute, let's see. Okay, 5 minutes. Alrighty. Chat, exactly the same as US 30, this zone here. Actually looks better though, because the EMAs are converging here as well. So this little zone right here on Nasdaq, that's the zone you want to monitor. And then gold, and then we're going over to JV, seeing what Jave has got. So Jave, get ready.
All good, all good.
Chad, okay. Weekly on gold for me is still neutral. And I say that because we are still trading within this weekly zone, within that weekly low. This is the weekly high. And last week taking out the previous weekly high, closing bearish. My only thing though is that this body did not engulf the previous weekly body, so it is very choppy, Chad. Things could get really messy to the downside once we start breaking last week's low, 2306. Keep that in mind. If we start breaking that, you could have a weekly closure doing something like this. But if we hold above last week's low, you could have a change of character, a break of structure, whatever you want to call it, something like this. Then it's quite easy next week to be bullish on gold. But as of now, messy for me. And if anyone else is like, I know we're gold, don't talk that stuff here, please, my brother. But on a daily, okay, on a daily, it starts to make more sense now. Okay, the reason why I say on a daily it makes more sense now to me is because look at these highs. You can see the highs are getting lower as well as the lows, Chad. Even the lows are getting lower here. So just looking from this perspective and then zooming in on the daily, what do we see here, Chad? And I'm going to go to Discord now as well. What do we see here? We see a false breakout, because we broke out of this resistance zone. When we were supposed to retest and hold this level, we didn't. So if I go back to the Discord and I go to a sell scenario and I look at a sell reversal and I look at this one here, let's look at the two reversal setups. JV, sorry man, I'm taking my time here, but we're not gonna miss anything, eh?
Yeah, it's still early in the week.
It's still,
we have to wait for price to move.
we're gonna get up out of it anyways. Chad, let me just copy this across. Okay, so sell setup. So even though it is not exactly matched, this one you're seeing here, not exactly matched to that, I see it basically as the same thing where we basically broke below the support here. That's a little support there. There's that resistance breakout. So I see this right here. I can copy that over to this scenario here. So that is why on a daily time frame, I am bearish. This is a reversal sell setup on the daily. Okay, 4 hour weekly pivot is not there. The weekly pivot is up here. There's that previous weekly low. Let's actually mark this out because this is relevant to us. Okay, let's make that also purple. And the weekly S1 is down here. And then monthly pivot is still there. Alright, okay. 5-minute time frame. What do we have on the 5? We've got a relatively tight Asia range, considering what gold has been doing. And then also key level, Asia highs barely nipped. I'm going to say 23, 24. Let's just look at the grid. And then we're over to JEV. Let's just look at the grid here real quick. Just while we wait for it to load. Hang Seng closing down 0.8% overnight, and Nikkei up 0.5%. So relatively mixed bag for Asian equities. Chad, weird thing here. AD is trading above the 200. However, the direction of the EMA is still down. So just keep that in mind. And daily flip zone here. I'm going to be very honest. This could be your chop zone between 23.25 and 23.20. Easy sells below here. And I say easy. Nothing is really ever easy, but easy here. Because then the bulls would have given up this 23.25 level. And I'm going to say buys above 23.30. So we've got a big chop zone. So let's call this entire thing the chop zone. This is where things get choppy. This is where dreams, trading dreams go to die inside this here. Okay. Jeff, are you ready, my brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Chad, Jeff is ready to bedazzle. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Chad, let's get into it. So starting off on DXY over here, let me just take this off so it looks a bit more neat. So we can see price tapping into the supply zone over here, and this is basically the high of that zone. Just one concern over here, price did kind of break above that level, so as you can see, not much, but we do have that closure. Let me just make it a bit more darker for you guys to see.
Sorry, JV. London session has already been open for 47 minutes. Sorry, man. Crutches, thank you so much for letting us know. London, okay, Jeff. London session.
Okay, so here we can see here's the weekly open. We can see price form and break of structure. So here's the demand zone down here. So initially, I want to see DXY move all the way to the downside. So you'll see here's the weekly pivot, and then slightly below it here we have the demand zone. So you also see that over here, this just comes with some experience. This is also actually a demand zone over here in this area. If you refine this a bit, you'll see, okay, so it's not as clear, so I'll not mark it out. We'll rather wait for price to come into this low over here and have reaction potentially with something like this. Just for that confirmation, have price trade all the way down, mitigate this demand zone, and then flip closing above the pivot, and then we can have the retracement to expect that further movement towards the upside. And then just to flip back on the 4 hour real quick, we also have the supply zone all the way up here with the fair value gap. So initially I do want to see DXY trading bullish this week, but also regarding the weekly structure, if we can see DXY push all the way up and not tap these levels, I'll wait to price to trade all the way up to these levels before I can basically look for shorts. And then let's move on to EU. EU in the 4 hour, price tapped into this demand zone over here, nice reaction. My only concern is also how these candles closed over here. If this 4 hour, for instance, had a clean closure above this level, then I would have actually flipped bullish. But with that said, my bias is still bearish on EU. And once again, we can see internally we do have this break over here. Here's the weekly pivot, so we also have a supply zone basically in this area internally.
Jeff, sorry.
Yes.
Chad, markets are open and in motion. It is officially round 1 fight. Sorry, Jeff, we just had to open up these markets to get that volatility in.
All good, all good. So initially also here we have a supply zone that lines up with the R1. It means with our sessions on here. My only concern about the supply zone over here is the fact that we have these Asian highs which were slightly swept, but I would initially like to see price trade through the supply zone over here, basically trapping those individuals who trade every supply and demand zone. Then first see price sweep those highs, tap into that zone, trade back into the zone with a displacement, and then look for those shorts towards the downside. So that's basically EU. And for longs, potentially I have to see price take out these lows, tap into this demand zone down here at the weekly S1 before we can go long on that. Then on GU, on the 4 hour, clear break of structure over here, and we have the supply zone marked out, weekly pivot and that fair value gap lining up nicely. Nice little order flow. So I think GU might be the one on the table for us today. And also you'll see this London highs. I want to see price sweep that level. So initially I want to see something like this happen, price trading all the way up, testing the weekly pivot, filling that fair value gap, displacing out of the zone, retracement, and then we can target these weak lows. And then on gold, very hard for me to say what's going to happen on gold right now at the moment, especially on the 4 hour. You'll see that we kind of have this trend line action playing out over here. So it's hard for me to say. I don't want to get involved over here, especially the fact that we have a straight line over here but a demand zone down here. So I would need to see what gold wants to do. Either we see price trade all the way down into either this demand zone over here or this demand zone over here before we can look for longs, or I need to see gold trade all the way up towards the supply zone up here and near the R1 basically. So there's another zone over here.
Alrighty.
And then on Nasdaq, bullish on the pair. So initially we did have a change of character over here, but still long term trend is bullish on Nasdaq. So I want to see price trade all the way up into these levels at the R1, potentially have some pullback, and then see those higher highs come in. Then USD, I want to see USD take out the Asian lows, tap into the daily S1, the weekly pivot at this demand zone before we can go long. So very, very simple what we have there, targeting this double top. And on oil, we might look for sells within the session to tap into the supply zone, this fair value gap, and we'll basically target the weekly pivot and this demand zone down here before we continue looking for those longs. That's me.
Alrighty, Chad. That's everything from BBL JV and BBL Chris here. Oh, Chad. Listen, we Chad. Listen, what? Hey.
What's up, Chris? What?
Chad, so me and JV, in terms of the dad bod, so I already have 2 kids. JV's got the first one on the way, and Jav really embraced. Okay. Oh damn. Quickly phone my wife. Just ask my wife if anyone home. Just ask my wife. Tell her the guys from the doggy parlor. Are they there already? Yeah. Okay, just ask her to let my mom or somebody know. Okay, so Jav, when he started here, Jav was thin, man. Jav was a thin dude, and then I don't know if it was the office environment, but Jav started bulking, like initially a little bulk, and Chad, we now at the stage where me and Jav is called BBL Chris and BBL Jav. Those glutes are looking firm, Chad. The glutes are looking firm. But,
pants that were baggy is now skinny jeans.
Hey, dude. Looks like those pants were vacuum sealed onto your legs. Looks like your legs are vacuum packed by the jean itself. But anyways, horrific day to be a BBL. Because we embrace BBLs, yeah. No, me and Jav already had a discussion this morning. We can't be the 2 BBLs in the office. That is unacceptable.
Yeah, we need some more dad bods.
The thing is, we cannot. Listen here, Mo is also a BBL. But Mo's at least eating salads and all of that. So we're letting Mo off the hook. He was part of the BBL trio. But now it's the BBL duo, me and Jay. Alrighty, Chad. Markets are open and in motion. Don't be so serious, guys. Life is already massively serious. Somebody's saying that London has already been open. Okay. Okay. Let's quickly see London Stock Exchange open. Let's just make sure. They almost said London. Okay, London Stock Exchange, 8 a.m. Okay. So it opens up 8 a.m. GMT plus 1. All right. You saw that? 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. GMT plus 1. So that means that they are an hour behind us. So if they're an hour behind us, if I go and change my time here at the bottom right, let me do that for... Sorry, man, I don't want to be that guy already so early in the week. So I'll rather just educate, keep it calm. So if I change this to UTC plus 1 London time, then you'll see the markets opened up 8 minutes ago, because we already saw here London Stock Exchange trading hours 8 a.m. UTC plus 1. Okay, so we've got that. Is everyone happy with that? Can we agree? 8 o'clock, 8 minutes ago. We are unfortunately situated in a time zone which is UTC plus 2. Okay, Jeff, you happy with that?
Yeah.
We settled. It's settled. The markets only opened up 8 minutes ago.
I always tell people this, like, they have to time map their feed, because, like, let's say for instance you are taught something around timing and you don't take note of the actual time.
Yeah, it's very important. Very, very important.
And then you're like, why they get trapped?
Sorry, Crutches. Dude, it's Monday. All love from me. I just showed you, so let's have an awesome week. That name, Ngobi Visionless, Ngebo. Is that Ngebo Visionless? What I would say, my brother, is let's get some vision. We're not visionless here. My people perish because of a lack of vision, but the vision is clear here, Jeff. We can agree on...
I was going to say, now also must be very careful how you speak over yourself.
Shish. Preach. Speak it, Jeff.
Yeah, so let's like saying like you're visionless. So there's actually... So how to explain basically. So think about it this way, guys. We're made in God's image, right? So God is what? A creator. That means we are also creators. So how did God create everything? He spoke it into existence. What do we usually do before we go towards our goals? We write it down. We speak it out. We ask God for help. So don't you think how we speak maybe also has an effect on our reality? You know?
Yeah. No, definitely. That what you speak. The Bible also says there is power in the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. Therefore, I urge you to choose life. So be very careful what you speak. I actually spoke about it, not spoke about it. I thought about it last week. Me and Shaq were chatting about it. Have you ever thought, let's say something's going very well for you. Things are happening. And I'm looking at gold. Somebody's saying, please look at gold. I'm literally looking at it. There's nothing for me as of yet. We need to get into the zones. Also, 15-minute shuffle. We're still waiting for that. So don't worry. While we speak here, we're also looking at the chart. So don't get stressed or anything. This is still a trading channel. Have you ever had that fear that, oh, flip, things are going to... It's way too good to be true now. Things are going to start looking bad. And that fear, you constantly think about it, and then you say, oh, no, I've seen this is too good to be true. Things are going to start going sideways in the next week or two. And then things do start going sideways, and then you're like, but why? And it's firstly that thought. We already spoke about it last week, saying that your current situation, the man you are, where you are at in life is a sum total of all your thoughts collected. And then it's like, oh, but I've been thinking these things. Exactly. And you've been speaking it. So why do you think you will get anything different? Because that is the thing that you're drawing towards you.
I would highly recommend what Chris is saying there now. Everyone read the book by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. He speaks about hypnotic rhythm, how we basically get into a habit and eventually you don't realize that you are talking to, like a good example, I'm a smoker, for instance, right? I smoke cigarettes. I'm in that rhythm where I wouldn't even, it's like I'm telling myself, oh, Jevon, I'm gonna go smoke now. You have the thought, but you become so unaware of it that you just start acting on it, basically. So, Chris said that now also, as a man thinketh, he becomes. So, becoming aware of your thoughts every moment of your waking life, I think that is what it means to be conscious. Griffin FX is asking Chris, how's the search for foot models going?
Hey, we've put that on hold. We've put that on hold for a little bit. We're seeing a new market opening up. It is a market for ultra runners. People want to see those feet after 160 kilometers. They want to see those. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Hey Griffin, let's not get sidetracked here. Ngebo visionless, holding some solid trades. Beautiful. Chad, how was the weekend? Everyone well? Everyone good? Everyone ready for the week? Mindsets in check. Have you written down? Sorry, JV. Have you written down what you want to do this week? Because here's the thing, there's a reason why a lot of you, and I say a lot of you, and I'm talking about the guys not on stream, because for the most part of you on stream, you're already locked in. All of your goals, all of the things you want to achieve this week is already written down. People are anxious because they don't have a plan. So they've got all of these things hanging in the air that they need to do, but they've got no conscious plan on how to attack that. Even by you just writing down, listen, these are the 6 or 7 things that I have to do, like the key things I have to do this week. Even you writing that down and just seeing it visually in order, in an order where it's from 1 to 7, just makes you already a step ahead to say that your mind can now process something that's in order. It's not now all jumbled around. It's on a piece of paper, and now you can start planning. Sorry, JV.
No, it's okay. Continue. Let's not go off topic there so quickly.
No. So it's just. I think Jeff can also agree. I get anxious a lot of times.
Yeah, like no, literally, like this is me right now.
Look at that.
And like Chris said there now, by writing down your goals, when you wake up in the morning, you know exactly what you're working towards. You know exactly what you need to do. Like Chris said now, like you have all these things hanging around. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? Where do I start? By the end of the day, you've done nothing because you don't know where to start, basically.
Outwitting. I've never read that book, believe it or not.
So that's also how I got into books. So I stumbled upon this audio book, and I remember like listening to it while reading it. My mom and them were like, "What are you listening to?" Because it's 2 voices. So like it's a normal voice. So basically, the book is like this guy having a conversation with like the devil. So it's a normal voice and the devil's voice. But it really gives you perspective. Like a good example, like the devil says in the book, the human mind I think has 6 or 7 doors. And as a child, for instance, a good example, I'll use smoking as an example, smoking cigarettes, because this is one good example that the devil makes in his book, where he's infiltrated every single family. Every family on earth, whether it's your aunt, your uncle, cousin, Oma, Opa, there is someone in your family that smokes cigarettes. You can agree, Chris? You have?
Yeah.
So just by looking at that, for instance, that's one of his tools that he uses to basically infiltrate the mind. He says once he can get you into the habit of smoking, he can then get you into the habit of drinking. So let's quickly think back, especially as guys on school. Most guys who started drinking, they started off with cigarettes, then it led them to alcohol. So basically then what happens is, as a kid, how do kids learn how to smoke? They observe their parents, their family members, their friends, and so forth. That then plants a seed in the mind. So imagine this quickly. Imagine a door. When you close a door, imagine you put your foot there. So now there's technically like this gap in the door. The door's not fully closed. What can happen when the door's still closed? You can still peep through the door. Understand my point? So then if you can keep these doors ajar for the first period of your life while you're a child, those doors will forever stay open and you will always be tempted. That's initially why we all face temptation, because it happens since a young age.
Plan and journal, sir. Yes, plan and journal. Absolutely. Do agree. It is something that I still need to start doing. Just journaling your day. Just writing down good, bad. But a lot of times by the time I get to bed, then my brain is like, don't journal anything. Just shut down the brain. Go to sleep. All right, Chad. So I'm looking at gold here. I'm looking at gold. Very, very interesting price action. We currently just barely holding above this key level. Asia is still untapped. 80 is looking somewhat like it wants to turn around. However, we're trading below the 200 EMA. The daily time frame, as mentioned, is bearish for me because look at that. We took a previous daily high, took the low. So I am still bearish. However, yeah, I'm just going to sit on my hands here. Not going to try anything out of whack here. Let's see if we first take Asia highs. Maybe do a quick little sweep of the Asia highs. Just get the bulls very excited. And then we come all the way down. Something like that. But even something like that, there's some pips here. 30 pips that we can potentially grab real quick here. And that's what I'm looking at here. Right. US 30 Nasdaq, also very, very interesting. Look at Nasdaq. Look at US 30. US 30 holding above daily EQ, daily pivot. GBP USD. Chat, sorry, that's what I forgot. Quick. GU EU. GU on the weekly, bearish for me. Still bearish. Last week we were bearish. This week still bearish. Nothing has changed there for me. Daily time frame, very simply, also still bearish. Friday we were bearish due to that continuation break here. Check the Discord again. All of these setups are there for you to check out. So still bearish, yet to create a support. Trading below the weekly pivot. 5-minute time frame. What do we have? 80, however, is looking bullish. Very, very weird. So half round number here, 126.50. The way that we have been grinding up here, not interested. So leaving this bad boy alone. Asia low still untapped. Yeah, nothing yet. It's not clean for me. Okay, so I'm not gonna get involved there. EU still bearish. Weekly has not showed me anything where I want to say I want to buy. Daily as well, still bearish on the daily. 5-minute time frame. Also 80 looking strong, 80 looking bullish. Here's the weekly pivot. So nothing for me. If it doesn't make sense according to my indicators, according to my rules, no need for me to get involved. No need to try and make sense of it. No. Okay, 23.25. Here we go. Asia highs. This is the levels that we want to see getting tapped. I just want to see a retest of this level. Then I might get into some very, very quick short-term positions. I want Asia highs to remain untested if I'm going to do that, because I'm going to use it as a target. Otherwise, it is also relatively trickier this morning on gold. Outwitting the Devil. That is the next book of the two books I currently have that I need to finish. And Chad, Ultimate Trader, we will be posting the link today for you guys to start registering. Ultimate Trader. Let me just post this quickly. JC Lackey. I was the week last week, guys. I think everyone had a. Just need to get my phone. I think everyone had a good one. JV gave you guys a beautiful trade on Friday. Both days, Shaq also gave you guys a very good trade. Both days lining up exactly the same with what with levels we watch. So yeah, Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, weekly R1 rejection, took the sells. Friday, previous daily high, weekly high, all of that, little rejection, guys caught the sells again. So
so actually I'll wait for Chris to come back to tell you guys what happened there while playing. Okay, Chris is back. So obviously when you play Fortnite, there's all these different things you can play, and I went for the battle royale. So there's 100 people there, and guess where I ended up? Hey Chris, out of 100 people I played Fortnite, I ended up 7th.
Yeah, but remember, you're still playing against bots, eh?
Battle Royale isn't online.
it's still bots.
So what I then did was, I was so proud of
Hey,
myself.
JB.
I was so proud of myself, ending up 7th.
Yeah,
Do you know what I did?
No?
So I wait for everyone to kill each other,
Yeah.
and I just stand there with my sniper. And then
Yeah.
like whoever comes, I would snipe them, and when they see me, I run, and it's like, oh shit, like they saw me, and then I still wait, and then wait for them to kill each other until like there's almost no one left and no space left, and then yeah.
Yeah, JV, sorry, man. So it's gonna take you a while till you play with humans, but still, bro, that is that is good.
There was even a point
Sorry,
yesterday.
so the thing is, I was that guy. So I went the first one I played, I won, and I sent Keegan and Jason, and I'm like, boys, this game is way too easy. I'm like, am I playing against people with no hands? What's going on here? And they were like, bro, you're still playing against bots. And then I was like, I was crushed. I'm like, okay. And then when we started playing against some sweaty humans, to JV.
It's hectic, you say.
No, no, the boys are like, that first night, and then I saw guys are throwing grenades at their feet. Then they're propelling them. Dude, it gets sweaty.
There was a point yesterday, I think yesterday morning, where I was playing, and I was probably like on the PC for like 10 minutes, and I got killed, and Michaela walked in on me while I was like, fuck this game. And I got out and I just left it because like, yeah, it's also, the thing is, I've never used a keyboard to play, so it's also like so confusing.
Chris, would you maybe look to try integrate Shaq's strategy into the US 31 to give confluence for entries? No, Bev. The thing is, Shaq's strategy is the edge in Shaq's strategy is the risk to reward. The win rate is not very high, but the edge is in his ability to trade that one pair, that one session, that one setup every single time and going for mechanical 1 to 2. That is the edge. Okay, let's see, chat. Interesting. Here's that gold. Yeah, I didn't look at trading this, but very, very interesting. We're going to see what's going to happen here. So no, I wouldn't try and incorporate it. The thing with the levels that we trade, we've got a different set of criteria. So to try and overlap my strategy with his strategy, we're going to add like another 3, 4, 5 boxes to be ticked. So I don't think you'll have the same edge then.
Yeah, you want to have enough boxes to tick, but you also don't want to have too many boxes that never get ticked. Gewoon fluit vat.
That's right. So yeah, that's the thing. The beauty of Shaq's strategy and the beauty of it is that you guys caught the winning trades. But Shaq is more than comfortable to take 4 losses in a week and even have 1 win at the end of the week. But then maybe the next week he catches 4 wins, 1 loss. Then he's already up again. So for some people, they are not comfortable with losing. But for instance, with a strategy like that, you need to be very comfortable with also losing half your trades. But the point I wanted to make with that was that Shaq's strategy was looking for potential sell. And the way that I've taught you guys as well to look at potential reversal zones, either for a buy or a sell, how all of that lined up. And it's just to show you that there's multiple ways to view the market. There's multiple ways to get in on a position. SPMM still needs to pick up JV's skill level. Yeah. Oh, JV. Yo, JV, I tried playing a game with my younger brother and his friends last night. Damn, sweaty. Made me try extra hard. Sometimes Shaq's trade, yes, his trade has been, he's been basically almost at TP and that thing, and he respects it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chad. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of simple ways to trade the market. Even with our Project G members, there's a lot of simple ways to view the market, get in on the market. And at the end of the day, it's just consistently sticking out to it. Because here's the thing. If Shaq showed you his strategy and he said, bro, you're going to win 5 trades, out of every 10 you might only win 4, but you're guaranteed going to lose 6 trades. And you start off the strategy and you hit the first 6 trades are all losses. And that's where you stop. And you like, a lot of us will stop after the 3rd loss and be like, no, let me just first go and check what's happening here. But he knows, according to his range of stats, that if he takes 6 losses, very high probability the next 4 are going to all be winners. All right, so Daniel Jordan, yes. It is set to close only. They are doing maintenance on the feed. Let me just get that message quickly here. So with any strategy, you gotta sit through the good and the bad. Unfortunately, as much as we don't like it, we have to sit through it. Strobe K, hope you're doing well, my brother. But Shaq is joining us again this afternoon, and then from tomorrow, Keegan is back.
Oh, Daniel, no, I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one.
The gold trade is lining up. Conspiracy theorists would say they don't want us to win. How was your trading week last week? It wasn't bad. Mastery Manifest. I didn't want to take anything away from Shaq. That's why I just, if Shaq wanted to go for a sell, I basically just showed you where I would look for a sell. And on both occasions, my sells line up with Shaq's trade. But I'm not here to steal anybody's thunder. And he was lining up that sell. That it for me wasn't a first place position in terms of the initial position I looked for. In both cases, we were looking for potential longs. So no, actually not a bad week at all. So yeah, Shaq giving you guys two beautiful trades there. And like I said, it's this platform here was never to try and steal anybody's thunder. As long as everyone that comes on here can win.
At the same time, I told someone yesterday when he asked me regarding a strategy, and it's like, does it work, Javen? Is it worth it? Because he's been testing it, and I'm like, bro, like if it works for you, if you've been testing it and it works, like go for it. We all here to make money. It's not about, oh, I use ICT and it makes me this good trader. Whatever works for you should work for you. You shouldn't overcomplicate your trading.
Yes, Bev. My current strat is the same. May was the pits with 3 to 4 losses per 1 win, but June 2 losses for 3 wins with a 1 to 3. Okay, there you go. You called the sell. But here's the thing. You guys had a beautiful week last week. There were some massive trades called here. Again, even if I didn't take it, if you had the initiative to take the trade, Bevan caught a massive buy last week. You guys caught some beautiful sells. Guys caught some NAS sells. Overall, the calls were amazing. In terms of executing trades, I executed 2 trades on stream. One was minus 6 pips. The other one was minus 9. So it was minus 15 pips. Trades taken. Trades called. Again, was a relatively great week. And then obviously Shaq giving you guys those 120 points as well. And then JV giving you guys first that partial loss on oil and then the re-entry. Beautiful trade there on oil as well. So relatively slower week for me. All of the trades just ran away. You guys were in the session. For instance, let's say I was looking at a buy here. This was exactly last week. I would say, guys, I'm looking for a buy here. All I want to see is a retest, like a bearish candle, and then a break of structure. And then we had this. You can go back on the stream And then during NYSE, it's like, okay, I still remember the trades because all of these trades were planned. There's the one during NYSE. I said I'm looking for buys here, just waiting for the retest, never came back. Then the sell earlier that morning, we had the sell here on the hourly close. I said it's the hourly candle just closed, just wanted a little bit of a top wick, come and retest, just died. So a lot of this happened, a lot of one-sided moves happening. But if you caught it, beautiful. I didn't get the chance to execute on it. It didn't match my framework for entry, and that's fine. That there's nothing wrong with that. Am I going to start changing my strategy now? Absolutely not. Dude, gold didn't want me to even touch it. Like every time I would say, all right, we're going to take a buy stop. We're just going to wait for a bottom wick. And as soon as it opens, it would teleport 7 pips. And it's like, okay, all right, let's wait for the next. Then the next zone, it's like, okay, let's get some consolidation here. It's like, no, Chris, no consolidation. Up, okay. And then it's like, all right, end of the session. See you guys for the next one. How many boxes should one tick at a minimum to confirm? Dude, it's all dependent on your strategy. I wouldn't even say there's a minimum. You could have 1 box. You could have 2 boxes. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I would say 3 makes sense. Jeff?
Yeah, I have.
For instance, 3 if you use, let's say, you use a entry setup like what we've got on the Discord. So at least it needs to tick the entry box. The second one, it needs to tick a level. It needs to trade at a level where you are trading from. And then the third one, it at least needs to line up with your daily bias or your session bias as a minimum. Then I would say, yeah, 3, Jeff?
Yeah, so I have 3 I have more or less minimum of 3 for my higher time frames, like my 4 hour, for instance. Is price at a supply demand zone? Do we have institutional level at a point, and did it leave an imbalance? Then that's checked. And then to my smaller time frames, there's at least 3 reasons to enter on for my entry criteria. So it's 6, but different time frames basically. So before I can even move to a smaller time frame, my higher time frame box has to be ticked. If it's not ticked, I can't even go to the small time frame.
All right, Chad. US 30. I'm very scared to trade US indices during London, but looking at NAS, 80 is starting to flip bullish. We've had multiple tries to close below this key zone. If you want to play it safe, you can wait for another retest. But on the other hand, you've got a little bit of liquidity built up here. Jeff is going okay, but surely you guys can go on. You don't need that.
Yeah, I just like to see it. I feel like
Okay, let me send it to you now. I'm sending it to you now. No, I'm going to send it to you now. Yo.
That man came in
Surely.
here. I thought Mo came in here like, hey, what do you think of my BBL?
Hey, you think you're strutting his BBL there?
Yeah, man, came to flex a bit.
Sheesh. That BBL life. Mo. Sorry, quickly. Gold's being cute. Gold, yeah. Gold just said, hold my beer. We are going higher. US 30. Okay, Chad, we got.
Chris, last thing, the courier guys here, there's a pin they sent you.
Okay. Sure, you guys are.
Yeah.
Is the pin? 936.
936, Karen.
936, alright. Chad, okay. There's that liquidity I'm talking about. So if you wanted to take the break of these highs, that is the trade you could have taken. Because again, 80 is starting to flip bullish. Again, like I said, I'm very not scared. Like I don't want to get stuck into a trade. This is the level US 30. That was also the level there. This was cleaner for me because again, if you go onto the Discord and you go to the buy setups, the reversal buy setups, let's quickly go. Yeah, nice little. Almost wanted to say a BBL candle, but we can call the engulfing a BBL. Yeah, so a nice BBL candle there, and you got the BBL there, and beautiful. What I like about this BBL candle is that it took the previous low and then broke higher. Nasdaq didn't have a BBL candle. Nasdaq had a, yeah, we'll figure out a name for that one. But as of yet, no trades for me as of yet. Jeff, like your training setup at home, so my question, would you recommend EveTech? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Chad, dude, let me go and check where's my first order from
The
EveTech.
cool thing about EveTech is like it comes with warranty. Like why I would recommend them is because like if you go to the clearance and specials, you can really get a lot of cool things there. Like for instance, I got a gaming mic for $250. I got a free.
How does that sound though? Is it alright?
I actually haven't listened yet. I've just recorded with it, but no one has complained anything.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, I had to learn this the hard way. When it comes to tech gear and when it specifically sound and cameras and that stuff, unfortunately, you're never gonna get away with something cheap that is good. Like never. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. But you can get away with something decent. It's not gonna shoot the lights out, but it's gonna get you across the line.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying, how is it? Because if you're getting at least something that's solid, then it's a win.
I haven't like tested it or anything in a sense of where I say anything and I listen to it, but I haven't received any problems from anyone as yet saying like the mics maybe or the sound is weird or anything like that.
Chad, so yeah, I just want to show you guys. That's why I say when somebody said they weren't happy with EveTech, this was my first order.
EveTech gave me a keyboard worth 800 Rand for free. So also that was like, that's cool.
Chad, look here. My first order I ever placed with them. This is how long I've been using EveTech. 2017. Okay, it's not that long. What is it? 7 years. But it's long enough for me to know they are tech in SA is horribly unfortunately it's the import taxes, my brother. But again, EveTech, I'm a guy, I like a good, I want to feel like I got a good deal. I don't want to feel like you nuked me. Like I want to feel I had a solid deal. And every single time when I do the math and I start playing around with quotes, every single time EveTech is just, they are better priced. To the point where I've gone to local suppliers and I said, and I don't tell them where I get it. And I'm like, listen to this, I'm getting it for this price. And they're like, bro, that's what I'm buying it for, that price, to sell it to you. And I'm like, okay, shot. Good morning. I don't always have time to stay on stream. KM, due to other commitments, sometimes will join the 2Gs be beneficial for me? Yes, KM. Actually, Francho sent me a message last night, so hopefully this week the indicator will be ready, and then also the bot, the trade bot that we're going to link to our accounts, that basically forwards you all the trades in real time. So every single trade taken will be sent in that group, in the trade alerts group. So yeah, for somebody that cannot join the streams, you will be alerted of every single trade taken. Had it serviced once. Mark, the thing is, RBS, I've used them, not for that stuff, just for like odds and ends. But dude, RBS, come on. RBS, if you're watching, you guys need to get with it. Yeah, I don't know, RBS. Sheesh, the boys there. The only thing is, it's so convenient. It's literally in Cape Road. But they need to get with the TP for US 30. Yeah, TP for US. I would say firstly, you need to get through Asia highs before you look at any extended TPs. Because Asia lows are still intact. So keep that in mind. But I would say as a minimum, Friday's high. Friday's high, definitely as a minimum. Easy. Not even if we can get through Asia highs, you guys are going for Friday's high. But again, first need to get through these Asia high levels. So don't rush yourself, or don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't start counting your money before you actually make it. But yeah. Easily, if you can hold above the Asia highs. Gold still waiting for something. Yeah, maybe 23.30, Chad. Remember we said this was the chop zone? Remember I said this was the chop zone? This right here, this box here. Where's the Formula 1, guys? So Sunday, I saw that Hamilton was, I think, third. He started third on the grid. And I thought maybe now is the time to get back into Formula 1 again. Seeing that my man is getting back into the mix. Remember, I cancelled my DSTV after that first race in Bahrain. I was done with it. And I said, okay, I'm not going to reactivate my DSTV. I'm just going to get F1 TV. Dude, does almost want to say Vettel getting, does Max not still crush everybody? Holy smokes, that man. Yeah, Lando, dude, Lando. If Lando didn't have such a bad start, I think Lando would have definitely been in the mix to win that. F1, definitely, bro. F1 is getting juicy, and I'm back, guys. I'm back. I officially ended the boycott. I officially ended it on Sunday. I can work with this. I can, even though maybe, let's say, even the Mercs aren't in the mix of it, but Lando, love Lando. Even if somebody is just contesting for the front, I'm all for it. So I'm officially back. I'm officially back. Yeah, dude, it is getting. I don't know where the performance came from. So if somebody can just let me know, I missed everything. I just saw on my Instagram and I saw like flip. The Mercs are in the thick of things here. Actually saw it with Canada. I think it was Canada. So will the 2Gs and Ultimate Trader be offering different services? KM. So Chad, for you guys that's wondering, the Ultimate Trader is a completely different thing. It's not a signal service. It is not to do with any one of the services that we provide. The Ultimate Trader is going to be educational. It is going to give you the opportunity to execute trades based off the plan that each of the coaches are going to give you. So in this coming week, this week that we are in now, there's additional 5 videos that's going to drop. So again, it is not the same. It is going to be education. That's why you'll see in the one video, it is made very clear. It is not a signal service. All right. Our back landed to win, but he needed to hold it. Yeah, he had a horrific start, bro. Russell had a good start, but spoiled it for Lando. He did. Russell had an amazing start. I actually watched that's what I love about the F1 app, is that you can actually ride on board the driver you choose. So the first 10 laps, I was literally in Hamilton's car, and he had a horrific start. His start was terrible. Didn't have enough revs on that start. Then once he started gaining traction, then he was behind Max and Lando. And then obviously George just taking that outside left, then bringing it, just good, reading the opportunity very well. F1 TV is the best, bro. It is, dude. I can't believe I never got it earlier. It is mad. Definitely Lando, and every second week a surprise. Charles qualifying. It's getting there. Yeah, it's getting much better. It's getting much better. After the tire blanket scandal made it to third, lol, Mercedes apparently plotting against Hamilton. Wait, for real now. F1 this season is going to be crazy. I don't think George has the temperament yet to lead a race. Sumeshan, I'm gonna say absolutely he's got the temperament. If you look at it when he was standing in for Hamilton, dude, that was his race to win. Obviously a superior car, but then you can say, look at Perez, much more experience, exactly the same car as Vettel. I don't want to say Vettel every time. Verstappen, almost a 1 minute difference. So yeah, bro, I don't know. Perez, they should. I can't even believe Red Bull re-signed that guy. As much as I love him, I don't wanna. I don't even want to talk about Perez. Perez, yeah, I would even love for Hamilton to get into the car with Max. And Hamilton said it once. He's like, bro, I promise you, it would be a completely different scenario if you put me in the Red Bull. Yeah. So Perez. You guys know what I think it is with Perez. I think the issue with Perez is that he was hungry when he was with Force India to get a drive. Remember that last couple of races before his contract ended with Force India, he came the one race, started last, won the race. And again, it comes back to that being hungry for a spot. And then as soon as he was settled in with Red Bull, bro, there was no hunger for it. And or there was. And then Max just absolutely crushed him. Just absolutely mentally, I think, just crushed the man. And he is nowhere. He is nowhere to be seen. Alrighty, Chad. US 30. starting to run now. Let's just go through the chat here. If you get an app on PC, you can open multiple screens on F1 TV.
I'll just do from Michaela quickly.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Did you forget your manners before joining? No, we're not in a trade yet, my brother. The reason they're resigning was because they favor Max and no other driver will want to come and be a second driver. I agree. Chris, I love F1. My opinion is that I honestly think Max is just really good and the Red Bull car itself isn't that good of a car. I just think Max is crazy good. Stian, I actually tend to disagree. I think Max is a very good driver. Let's not take it away from Max. Max is really, dude, he is good. Like, we cannot take it away from him. But I think the development team goes around what Max wants in the car. And I think they don't do any type of development for Sergio. For instance, Max wants a very sensitive front end. He wants the car to really be pointy. Like when he points the nose into a direction, he wants the car to like just follow that. Where somebody else wouldn't want something that sensitive on the front. So all of that development goes into Max. And it's like, bro, Perez, you need to just fall in line. Either change your driving style, but and I think the car is just that good. The car is, again, that car is very, very good. Look at when Aston Martin copied the Red Bull and the Merc a couple of years ago. Their performance increased. Look at what happened last year when the guys saw the underside of the Red Bull, when they saw the floor. Do you think it's just by chance that after Monaco, with Perez's car in the air and everyone taking photos of that underside, that all of a sudden everyone's performance just increased? No. Those photos were sent immediately back to the factory. All of those engineers were busy basically I don't even want to say replotting, but remodeling the underside of that floor, putting that into the simulator and saying, shit, look at this. This is working. That's not working. So, no, their car is, dude, that thing is on rails. Let's not forget that. Yeah, Perez brings a lot of sponsors as well. Yes. Alex Albon explains it best, what it's like to drive against Max. Any clue when gold will be? Sorry, Daniel. Yeah, Chad, let me just get this email. Unfortunately, this comes from the broker. It's not something from the prop firm. Let me just get this. This comes from Vault Markets. So it unfortunately affects the prop firm as well, because we use Vault Markets. It's due to a technical... Wait, where is the... Okay, this is the email. We would like to inform you about important upcoming maintenance activity on metals across our MT4 and MT5 platforms. This is part of our continuous efforts to manage risk and protect your investments. The initiative also ensures adherence to international standards for metals trading. During the maintenance period, metals trading will be restricted to close-only mode. This measure is designed to prevent potential margin calls and operational disruptions. Following the maintenance, margin requirements will be revised to conform to industry standards. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Basically what it means, Chad, is when a broker is as big as Vault Markets, the margin requirements, all national, international brokers are revising margin requirements. This is all to do with what's happening In London, it's all what's happening due to professional clients. So if you go back to the FCA, not the FSA, FCA, professional clients or non-professional clients only get leverage of 1 to 25. That is London. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen in South Africa as of yet. But in order to revise the margin requirements to comply with the FSCA, you first need to have all positions closed, because it's almost like the system is running and you cannot reboot the system while there's still open. Think about your PC. You can't restart your PC if there's open applications. So in order to restart the application, you need to close all applications, put in whatever new operating software, and then restart it. So that's the only reason for it. So in order to comply with that, all positions needs to be closed. The server needs to be clear of any gold positions. The new protocol for gold needs to be put in, and then trading will resume as per normal. So that is, if I have to explain it on a very, very high level, that is basically what it comes down to. So unfortunately, we are also affected, because those margin requirements come all the way through to the prop firm as well. So you would have, we'll just need to make money. Exactly. Focus on indices. But that is what it is. Let's just go back. When is that going to happen? I don't get a date. Let me just check chat. Give me 1 second. You should have. This is how I know you guys don't read your mails, because this was sent to all the Vault Markets clients as well. Let me just check. Alrighty, Chad. US 30 running. Who took this US 30? This is your target. Friday's high. As mentioned, easy targets if we can get above Asia highs. 39,307. What is Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq rejecting Asia highs. Obviously, Nasdaq being the weaker one here today. Gold. Okay, nothing on gold for me as of yet, Chad. Broke through 23.25. Wanted the retest of 23.330. So nothing yet for me. JV, anything for you as of yet?
DXY.
Wait, let's just go to JV's screen. I actually want to run to the toilet as well. Just want to go over to Jev. Okay, live. 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. Okay, so on DXY, break below Asian lows. So initially that flip zone, we do have the fair value gap all the way up here in this area. Now I want to see DXY react from that level, but seeing that we have the pivot over here and Asian lows, we could potentially see price do something like this to have that reaction. I think this is actually on Chris's playbook, something you would see breakout and wait for that retest basically. And then looking at GU over here, break of structure on the internal, break of structure, pivot. We also have institutional point here of 1.26500. So potentially we might get this. We might potentially get this. This will be, if we can get in on this position, 3.3, 4.3, so maybe 5.5. We can go for 1.2.5, something like that, just to target that London high. So initially, if we can get something like this, pivot to pivot here on DXY, then we could potentially get in on that. EU is the only one here that doesn't look really nice because of the fact that the Asian high is all the way here, and with the pivot is all the way down here. So we could potentially see price still trade all the way down to this level. So not really gonna force anything there. On gold, taking out the high, can't look for sells at this moment. There's nothing for me to refer back to. Even on the 5 minute, I don't trust this. So we could have reaction over here at that pivot point, but I don't trust it. Oil also, we can see price heading towards those highs over there, and Nasdaq, USD. I am looking at another setup as well, but it's a synthetic indice, so I don't want to show it on the stream here due to the fact that it's obviously Volt and US Volt markets and Volt Thunder. So unfortunately, I can't share that one with you. No lottering. Change the WhatsApp group. How do I pay and join to receive the voucher as well? Oh, you're gonna have to ask Chris that one. I'm not quite sure which WhatsApp group you are referring to. Not really. I used to trade German Tutti. But let's see what's happening here. Oh, massive pump to the upside. Currently at the R1 in a supply zone. Only concern is that Asian high there on top. Only concern is this Asian high over here. You could potentially get a reaction over here. I would wait for it to trade all the way down into this demand zone, the weekly pivot, and I would look for a long. Jared, I trade with the Rev. How did they hold back your profits? Brother man jumped into a gold buy at, let's see what happened over there. So you jumped into a gold buy at 23, 26 stop loss. 23, 26 stop loss. Wait, brother man, what time did you enter? Coach Carter, I don't have a bias on gold as yet, but I would love to see it trade all the way down into the S1 of the weekly S1. So basically in between the zone over here, I'd want to see gold trade into these levels down here before looking for a long. One said due to aggressive trading, which makes no sense. The next one, I just got told that broke the broker's rules. Hey Jared, my man, you should be fighting with them for that. That's why they banned me. When they tried to do that to me, I fought with them. They blocked me from their WhatsApp groups and stuff like that. And yeah, but I'm back there because I used to make money there, and I'll be back there trading with them until they ban me again. And I'll just continue doing that, gather evidence against them, and eventually I'm gonna report them. No lottering. You're gonna have to ask Chris on that one as well. I'm not quite sure about the indicator. Emmanuel, once again, I'm not quite sure. I'm not too clued up on what's happening with Project G and the Ultimate Trader. I know Project G is Chris and Keegan's mentorship, And then the Ultimate Trader is kind of like a competition that they will be doing. There's prizes to be won and so forth. But mainly myself, I mostly focus on the education that and the program that I provide our members. And if you guys don't know, we actually released our new course this weekend. So if I can actually show you something. So we're releasing it step by step. And you'll see that this is the clairvoyant market making system, section 1, section 2. There's another episode coming out, then there's coming section 3 and section 4. And then this is last night's analysis. So a lot of things changing up in our mentorship to basically change a few things up. Let me just remove this because you guys are naughty. You guys want to take the trade. You jumped in at 9:25 a.m. on a 5-minute. 9:25 a.m. So on this candle. Wait, I don't understand. And how were you stopped out? Which broker feed are you using? Which liquidity provider are you using, brother man? But yes, Chris coming now. Emmanuel, you can ask him, and then I'll tell him to answer that, as well as the indicator. Chris, so Emmanuel's asking, can you please explain the difference between Project G and the Ultimate Trader, and also an update on the 2G's indicator, please?
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, Chad. Just had to do some business. 2G's indicator. I must send the final project form to Francois, our developer. Let me actually just check here. Okay, I don't want to open it because I leave my messages unread. Otherwise, if I read it and I move on, I will never get back to anyone. Now, as it stands, there's 2812. Okay, there's already a lot to make a normal human being anxious. Before the end of this week. I can promise Francois very quick. So that's when the indicator will be done. Then the bot, let's call it the trade bot, that forwards all the trades. That should also be done. It's technically done. We just need to test it. And what else was there? Difference between Project G and Project G and the Ultimate Trader. Ultimate Trader is educational based. Project G is obviously a lot more intimate with the members. We do 2 calls a week. We do our weekly prep call, which we're doing tonight. That's where we talk about what to expect for the week. That's also your chance to chat to us live in a call. Then also we've got our midweek call, which is more educational based, where we go over what's happened the week. We basically answer the FAQs from the members. So if there's anything you're still struggling with, we go through that. Then also we do our bootcamp calls, which is once a month. That's where we go on a weekend and we dive deeper into
Ridwan, it's actually an indicator, so it's called Lux Algo. So there is the settings for you right there on the chart. So I basically just mark out London and New York as gray, just so so I can see that move, and then obviously Asian session is blue, and then I don't mark out my Sydney, and then what I then do is I've just obviously line this up with my time zone as well. Yeah, and yeah, so that's all the settings. You can just go back and maybe pause it, screenshot it, and you can add it.
And then also starting from tomorrow, all the Project G members will be able to join us live on the stream. So as we stream here, you will be able to chat on stream. So if there's any questions, you don't have to type it. You will be live with us on the stream. So that's going live tomorrow. I was just waiting for Keegan to first get back. We had a chat about it over the weekend. I'll let you guys know on Friday. And so yeah, you guys will be live with us on the call. And there we go.
Just to answer your question, I'm still neutral on gold. It's either I want to see gold go to the R1 and sell, or alternatively, I want to see gold trade all the way down towards the weekly S1 and then rise. So that's the idea there.
Chad, you're Keegan and them traveling back today. Everything back to normal from tomorrow. Caitlin winning a division, not getting a pro card, unfortunately, but well done to Kate. Winning her division. It was a bad day to be in her division because
she was some tight competition.
Bernardo Bessa. Good morning, good morning. Chad, I want to jump shortly to my chart. I just want to check something here. Let's just check it. This playlist is doing a number on us. And as mentioned, Ed, MC of The Ultimate Trader, Season 1. Yeah, so Ed will be the MC. Ed just has that. Ed's got a TV voice, my bro. TV, radio.
No, he does.
He does, dude. Like 100%. When I watched I showed another guy the other videos over the weekend. And he's like, dude, who's this Ed guy? He's like, he's doing an amazing job of the way he speaks, the way he brings it across. And he thought Ed articulated everything himself, or what he said. So I have to say that there was Ed and the team did that. But it's like, yo, look how well he articulates the information. I'm like,
nah, it's a natural.
Eddie Guerrero.
It's the type of guy who can give you good, like who can give you bad news and you'll still feel good about it. Yeah, always make it sound positive.
That is a good way to put it, if you have to put it that way. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Ed doing us the honors of being the host of the Ultimate Trader. We're also gonna have quite a bit of. We want to make it fun, Chad. That's the big thing. We want to make it competitive, firstly, and also we want to make it fun. So for people to follow it. So if you are, for instance, in Team Chris, or you're for instance in Team Shaquille, you want to create that sense of, dude, my team is winning it, or yeah, friendly banter. There's again, the reason why we did the first season with people that we know, because anyone else outside of our circle, it wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have joined it because they would make it weird. So all of us here, there's no ego here. There's no ego for us here. Just want to check here. And then JV is taking, so this will be the first and only season where there'll be more than 2 coaches. And then JV will be taking on the winner of season 1.
Very excited.
So JV is getting the chance here to... I already have some of the other guys lined up. So JV next. And then I've got someone else in mind as well. We've got a few guys in line. And it's going to be good for the guys that join. Yeah, here's the thing. It's a lot of social media presence you're going to get. Because as the business grows, as the competition itself, the Ultimate Trader grows, that's going to give you guys the ability to come on, and it's like, who is Javen? And it's like, why is Javen a coach on the Ultimate Trader? And then at the end of it, the guys that signed up with Team Javen, for instance, they can come back and say, listen, it was a great experience or it was a bad experience. Either way, there will be an experience, and all of the coaches are obviously going to be very dialed in as to what they want to share with their clients.
It's going to be a goodie. It's going to be a goodie.
And again, nobody else. I feel like even though it's a spin-off of the Ultimate Fighter, it's still fun. It's still nobody else. Show me anything that South African traders, or let's call it influencers in SA that's benefiting the community and that's creative, that's out of the box. Anything new or anything fresh or that's why I always say it's easy to copy somebody, but
The pace will not be the same.
yeah, to do something fresh and new is obviously going to be difficult. Alrighty. Okay, Chad. JV, I think things are getting in your zone now, eh?
Yeah, so on GU, only concern is DXYs, but we're heading towards that pivot, which looks good. So on GU,
key level and pivot, yeah.
Yeah, so what I want to see on GU now is on the 1 minute, we're in that fair value range. Would have loved to see them actually tap that weekly pivot.
But wait for it.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for it, but just following the current structure. So this is that last amount after that break. So we could potentially see that reaction now come off this point. So tap in, leave us with that high. Then we have this new low set. Then I would love to see them price flip then, trading below this level over here, this little green line.
Oh, so you wait for that market maker sweep.
Yes, and then only I will enter.
Okay.
This is the same, this model actually, ever since I've been trading it last week, it's been helping me with my psychology.
How do you mean
better.
model? The reversal, where it needs to take a high and then sweep the low.
Yeah, I think this is what they call the turtle soup. I think this is what they call it, but with a different twist. You know.
I think turtle soup is that where it takes a high and then immediately takes out a structure low.
Yeah, and then
that's the same. That's the same as the market maker buy model and the market maker sell model from ICT. He uses it on a daily time frame. Take out a previous daily high and then sweeps the low of the swing low that took out the high, and then only does he look for his setups.
Yeah.
So Chad, for instance, if you look here, US 30.
I think it's on my screen, eh?
Oh no, I went over to mine now.
Oh, okay.
So for instance, this was on Friday, yeah. So the trade you guys took with Shaq, I said if we reject your previous daily high, all of that. So if you go according to ICT, this is how his model works. You need to sweep a previous daily high, and then when I talk about a swing level, is that you actually need to take out the swing low that caused the break of that high. So you need to take the high, something like this, if I draw it diagrammatically. You need to have something like this, where it completely takes out the structure low. But then that's very complicated. I use it very simply. If you go into Project G, the PDF I sent to you guys, I said very simple. Only two things can happen at a previous daily high or low. Only two things. Those two things are the following. Two scenarios. Chad, give me the first scenario. What's going to happen there? Let me just see if somebody's making notes. What's the first scenario that's going to happen at a previous daily high or low? Only two scenarios. Scenario 1, reversal. Scenario 2, continuation. Now, how do we know if it's going to be a continuation? Very likely, if it's a continuation, it will break above and it will hold above, and it will continue higher. If it's going to be a reversal, it's going to take the previous daily high or low, wherever it is. For instance, in this case here, that was Thursday's high up there. It took that high and immediately came back down. On the 5 minute, it engulfed that level. I even went down to a 1 minute while we were here. There's a 1 minute break of structure. Just want to show it to you guys quickly. There was actually a little double top and a break of structure. I still drew it out for you guys. And this is actually the, Jay, what do you call it? Turtle soup or whatever. I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah.
if you go on a line chart, if you had to depict this on a line chart, there, you see that? And there was the break. So now the ICT guys, maybe there is somebody that's using the ICT model would have said, okay, this is exactly what the ICT chart would have looked like. This is exactly what the ICT, let me draw it out for you. This is exactly, I know some ICT traders. I'll maybe do something like this. There's the liquidity sweep, there's the change of character, and then I'll do something like this.
And you also see why the candle closures are very important, Chad, because quickly go on the line chart, like right there, Chris.
Okay, I'm going to go now. So that entire thing is a fair value gap, and as it moves into that fair value gap, you short it, and you would expect, and then this becomes the
Sniper entry.
the break of, no, this becomes your boss, because then that is two structure breaks equals the actual break of structure. And yeah, so for me, all I saw, I'm going to go on a line chart now, JV.
Oh, good.
Literally, that's why I say, now you went through all of this, and all I'm looking at, and this is why I said trading is not difficult. All I looked at was this. Okay, there's the previous daily high level. I saw the first rejection here. I saw a rejection there. I saw us trying to hold above, and technically if we were going to continue higher, this was literally at the an hour after the open, we would have continued higher, but then we broke structure lower. So all I'm looking at is, and all of this I gave to you, all I'm looking at is, all right, look at that. There was the last structure low. From this low, we took out a high. So there's the break of structure. And then if I go onto the Discord, let me just bring it across here, education. Then I just want to ask you, if I go to sell scenarios, reversal setup, then tell me, let me just snip it. And that's why I say all of this information I give to you guys completely for free. It's in the Discord. You can create your own trading model just using the information I give you. If you take note of what I say on a weekly basis, there's enough for you to even build your own trading model. Okay, so look at that. Do you see any similarities if I put that here and I take it away? Any similarities? You sell on the close of that candle. This is similar, I think. I almost think you guys sold a little bit higher with Shaq. I'm not mistaken, but you could have sold there. There's the reversal setup. Now it's your job to figure out, okay, where do I place my stop? All of that based on the average daily range, whatever. Where's my target? My target is either Asia highs or wherever, 200 moving average. That is the beauty now for you to go and say, I'm going to either look for a 1 to 2 or I'm going to look for a 1 to 1. But very simple. There you go. There's a model that you can use. All of those entry setups. All right. Sorry, JV. 1 minute line chart there.
Yeah, and then go back. Yeah, back to that same
line
example.
chart. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. There's the line chart.
And then also you can see basically on the line chart, you can see the true higher high and higher lows made. So for instance, there where you marked out that change of character, it's very simple to also see in the line chart.
There's the JV is talking about this chat. So this low here took out that high. So this low right here. So it took out that high, and then look what it did. It reversed. And it took out this low.
So whenever you're confused with the wicks and bodies, look at your line chart, because the line chart only measures body closes and a wick will not be visible on a line chart.
But Chad, it is simple. Think about price. If price is holding below a level, it likely means that there's not enough buying power to get back above. If price is holding above a certain level, it's obviously showing us that sellers are not strong enough to take it lower. Similar with this morning's setup here on US 30. I don't trade it during London, but the zone I gave to you was here, and I said we're bullish on the day, we're bullish on the week. If we can hold above it here, there's a very high probability that we're going here. Somebody asked me where's the target, and I said if we can get above Asia highs, this is your target. So you're literally almost there. Why is this the target, the previous daily high? Because there's liquidity sitting there. Price will always go where there's orders, where there's liquidity. So there's obviously a lot of orders sitting here, and that is why it is almost at the previous daily high. Now again, if you're feeling cute, if you're feeling like, listen here, you want to get your powder wet, again, I said there's only two things that can happen here, and you wait for either one of the two to happen right here. That is how simple trading is. It is waiting for price to get to a zone, and then you tell yourself there's one of two things that I want to see here. If you, let's say you negate your bias, you're not using a bias, there's only one of two things you're going to wait for, and that I've given you right here. You can literally take this bigger one, you can print this, you can put it on your wall, and then you say, okay, I'm coming to that level. What are we going to do here? That is literally how simple trading is. If you make trading any more than that, You just like difficult things, and there's nothing wrong if you want difficult things. Personally, for me, the reason why I did those entry criteria setups was due to the fact that I wanted to make my trading very systematic. I don't want to overthink it, because I'm the guy that can easily overthink something. And that's why I said, let me get myself a framework. Let me actually draw out these setups so that I know I can't overthink it. There's only one thing I'm looking for here. And when it comes to a buy, there's only two types of scenarios. It's the reversal buy or the continuation buy. When it comes to the sell, it's either a reversal sell or a continuation sell. So for me, mentally, I had to break all of these elements down in a very systematic approach. Otherwise, dude, I told you guys, I went through all of the strategies. I went through SMT, ICT, Steve Mauro's Beat the Market Maker model. I went through harmonic patterns. I went through classical price patterns, Elliott wave. I went through trying to read the tape, indicator trading. Literally everything you can think about, I did. And unfortunately, all that information paralyzed me to trade. And that's when I had to say, okay, listen here, let's take all of these elements. Let's start building a model that I can use on a daily basis, where it's boxes that I can tick. Because I'm that guy, I like to tick a box. I like to say, okay, the 80 is bullish. Nice. That ticks the one box. The moving averages are starting to converge. Bullish. Price is trading above the 200. That's a second box. Beautiful. Third box, my daily bias is, say for instance, bullish. Beautiful. Third box. Fourth box, I'm looking for either continuation buy or I'm looking for a reversal buy. Why could it be a reversal buy? It could be a reversal buy if we are in secondary market structure where we are correcting price. Then it becomes a reversal buy and not a continuation buy, because in the interim we are breaking structure to the downside, which is making the short-term order flow bearish. Do you guys hear me? And then that's the last tick of the box, and then I take the trade. All right, so I hope I gave you guys a lot now to think about. And if you're taking notes here, even this, so what I gave you now, somebody is not even giving you that and they're charging you money for it. I can promise you that. Jeff, what do you think?
Wacht, sorry, zeg gou weer.
No, everything I gave them now, somebody's charging money for that, and it's not even the quality that we gave it to them now. Understanding the thought process of levels, of when to do something, of when to sit on your hands.
No, definitely. I always say, like, you can tell who someone is based off the knowledge they have, and net or even just like the way they explain. A lot of these guys, for instance, most likely they found the same things. They just copied and pasted that, and their pure thing is like selling you the service. But the biggest problem becomes like they don't do anything that we do. So now let's say you ask them a question on that, because they haven't even really studied that, they're only selling it. When you ask them, let's say, oh, but Chris, this pattern over here, why didn't it work out? And Chris can say, okay, no, but you didn't like consider this, and this, and this. Whereas other people, even when you ask them that, they're still going to mislead you even more.
Is somebody selling this PDF that I gave for free? If they do, just know where they're going. It's going to be nice and toasty. Very, very toasty. No heaters required. Where they go. No heaters required. Just nice and toasty. So I hope they're cold when they get there. Did you take crutches? Are you what short? Crutches firstly comes in here telling us that the markets opened 47 minutes ago, and then while I'm explaining, he's asking me, did I take this short? Crutches, please, my brother, what short? Firstly, Friday. Did we take the short? Go and watch the stream. We took the short. The short was took on Friday. The short was tooketh. If you go on the stream, thou have taken the shorteth on Friday.
Yeah.
Will thou take thou short on Friday if everything aligns? Of course thou will taketh the shorteth. Let's just go. I think we took it quite early in the session, if I'm not mistaken. Was this Friday? Yeah. Let's just go here, chat. Sorry, man. I just want to get that shorteth that was tooketh on Friday. And I think it was taken quite later into the session. Oh, yeah. Sorry. All right. So, crutches. It was at this stage that shorteths were tooketh. Right here. All right. And just before that, let me just show you guys. You can go and rewatch it. Let's just go here. Yeah, unfortunately, we took that short. And it was a bad day to be a TP. Because, yeah. Anyways. Crutches. I'm asking if you took it, not someone. Alright, Chad, we've got someone special here. Crutches, thank you so much for joining, my brother. We do love you. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no, Crutches, that's exactly his name. He needs a crutch. So the stream is his crutch, nothing wrong with that. If this stream is your crutch, it is almost like Christianity being a crutch for me, that I need his grace every single day. So I need that crutch. So crutches, there's nothing wrong with that, my brother. It was taken. It was. Alrighty, chat. US30 previous daily high. Okay, that's a target met. If you took it from here, daily EQ, daily pivot, this is where you need to start looking out for potential reversals. Price could now set up for the rest of the session. Friday, that was literally the high of the day. Price just collapsed all the way into the latter parts of the session. Basically coming all the way back to Asia lows, and then later on just doing a little bit of a recovery, but not getting anywhere close to those highs. Again, remember what I said on Friday. Think about the open, high, low, close. Every weekly candle is going to have an open, it's going to have a high, it's going to have a low, it's going to have a close. So the idea is, in a very perfect world, that a candle will open, a candle will create a high or a low, it will create a body, and then it will pull back to create a top and bottom wick on the weekly. So depending on whether it's a bullish or a bearish candle close, you can think of it in terms of this. Early part of the week, if we're expecting a bullish expansion, early part of the week is going to create a bottom wick. It's going to go against your weekly bias. Then what's going to happen is it's going to most likely will reverse either Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it wants to reverse. But in an ideal world, let's say 2 days. takes to create the bottom wick. Then for 3 days, it will basically create the bulk of the move, creating the high. And then on a Friday afternoon, let's say the guys took the buys, and they are now ready to sell out for a profit. That's when you get the top wick of the weekly candle. And we talked about it on Friday, saying, listen here, the week created the bottom wick first, flipped bullish. So bottom wick inbound early in the session, tapping that previous daily high without testing any of these lower levels. So add the indicator PO3 on your chart. PO3, let's have a look. I don't think I can add any more indicators here. PO3. I know the power of 3. Which one is it here?
Yeah,
Higher time frame power of 3. Apologies for cap time to take TP. Dude, it is Monday. If you are there, dude, don't be greedy. The market is already difficult to trade, and if you take that profit, you're part of the 1 to 3%. HTF. Okay, let's see. Can I add it? No. Let me remove one of the other indicators. Let me just star this one. Let's remove the previous daily range one quickly. Let's add the power of 3. Let's see here. Power of 3. PO3. Oh, there's it. Okay.
Oh, I see where he's going with this.
Oh, it's showing you the week. Is this the weekly candle, eh? Or the daily? Oh, is it showing you the daily? Okay.
Yeah, I think weekly or daily.
Okay. Beautiful. No, I think this is the daily. Yeah. Let's quickly look at the daily.
I see the settings. It says daily.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, chat. So think about it this way. And again, don't make it this very high level. You need to be ICT, the algorithm. No, think about it very logically. If you understand bid and ask, just go. Where's that book? I actually shared it, I think, in the book list, Chad. Let me just go here. I think I shared it. Yeah. It's literally in the Discord. Market Trading and Exchanges. Very, very old book, Chad. Very, very old book, but it is a very good book for you if you want to have a deeper understanding of just how markets in general work. I'm not talking about how people say, oh, I know how the markets work. No, just again, from a very, just how markets in general work. So if you think about an order tree, if you think about how price was traded back in the day where you had your order tree, something similar to what you have with options trading. You've got your order tree. Maybe even go and look at Bookmap. You've got your order tree for buys and sells, and there's orders at certain levels in the market. So I just want to quickly draw this out for you guys so that you can understand it. Okay? Because this is how simple it is. People don't even understand the basics of how orders even work. How reading the tape. Again, not something airy-fairy. We're not talking about the boogeyman here. We're not talking about, I developed the algo like some people say. Then they enter the Robbins and they get clapped and then they're going to take out Larry Williams's record. No, none of that. Just simply put, there's a number of orders for buys at a certain level. Let's just change the color. And there's a number of orders at a sell at a certain level. And again, I'm just talking very high level. So if there's orders sitting here at a certain level, let's say there's a very big chunk of orders, buy orders sitting here at this level, and the market's trading somewhere here. So unless fresh orders come into the market here, what do you think is going to happen? Price is going to elevate towards where the majority of the orders are sitting. And that's exactly the idea with a weekly candle. If the weekly expansion is going to be bullish potentially, a lot of bullish bets will sit below the weekly open. And that is where the majority will get their orders filled to then expand higher. And then what's going to happen is, if you think about it in terms of a daily perspective, let's say this was the daily order tree. Maybe below the daily candle, like you can see here, there was a lot of orders sitting here at the Asia lows. And then what's going to happen is, at the daily highs, there's going to sit a lot of sell orders that's going to get filled, and market's going to come down and potentially sit at a neutral place where buyers and sellers are going to decide, listen, yeah, I still think we've got some room to the upside. I'm going to get involved with some buys, and the markets are going to go higher. So that's why I'm saying, don't overthink it. There's certain very simple principles of market functioning that if you understand that, then you know, for instance, a lot of these other things will start making sense. Not because an influencer told you, you know what I mean. Chad, you already know it.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean. And then if they ask you a lot of times, do you understand? Do you understand? Then it's like, bro.
No, I don't. No,
somebody,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Someone said that to me once, and I flipped out, and I'm like, bro, listen, yeah. I understand more than maybe 95% of traders that you've ever spoken to. So please don't. If you're going to ask me once more, or if you tell me I don't understand, then I'm like, bro, I understand a lot of things. There's a lot of things I understand. So let's not, all right, let's not do that. I just want to bring up, okay, chat. So previous daily high, this was on Friday. Let's just mark it out. Let's just see it visually here. Okay. So you could say, okay, Chris, this is some type of double top here. We failed to break higher. I'm expecting price to go lower. It's early in the week. What's going to drive price to the upside? Then we can say, okay, we've got the Eurogroup meeting. We've had some Fed speakers daily. I think it was daily up first. No, Walla. We've got daily a little bit later. Or you can say, listen, yeah, I think the way, just looking on the 5-minute, price moved very cleanly, little to no pullback. And you can say, look, I'm expecting that pullback. And you've got the daily R1 on top there. If that is your framework, if you use somebody that likes to fade a move, by all means, this is your zone where you need to fade. But again, don't just fade one move. If your trading is about fading certain moves, then you have to fade every single move that gets to this criteria. All right? So just keep that in mind. Chris, how was the win rate last week with regards to? May I have the Vault Funder cap? My brother, you may. We actually have 2 caps. I will get into contact with you.
I also have an extra one. I'm not wearing.
Do you have, but like that?
Oh no, I have one of the black ones.
No, I think he wants
a straight cap, a truck.
Yeah. We've got a trucker, but I'll get it to you, my brother. Champ Chris, a win rate last week in terms of the streams, in terms of the Project G. What are you referring to with the win rate? Me personally, trade shared on stream, -6 pips, -9 pips. So me personally, as I mentioned, I was down 0.5% for the week. So it was a losing week for me in terms of trades taken on stream. But I don't know. It was a good week. It was a solid week. NAS 100 hit daily S1. No, it's still at the daily pivot, Daniel. Oh, you're saying NAS to hit daily? It could. The only thing though is, Daniel, the only thing we need to consider is I'm still bearish on it. Remember, overall the market structure is, this thing is still bullish. Don't forget that we are still in a massive cyclical bull cycle here. So anything that's going to come down is going to be considered corrective. Okay. But then also what you need to just go and look at previously was that since these lows in April, you didn't have more than 3 days of bearish price action. And just visually looking here, there was one day, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 1 day, 3 days, 2 days. Okay, so just looking statistically, we can maybe have one more bearish day, but just looking at it statistically, all the way back till April, since we started this very bullish cycle, the odds are more in favor of maybe one more bearish day and then to start looking for the buys. So that's why I'm saying be very cautious when you're selling into this market. It is still considered corrective. Also on Friday, one of the principles I shared with you, I said that a trend is more than likely to continue than to reverse. The path of least resistance for this is still up. There's still a lot more people bullish than bearish.
Chris, I have a setup here for us.
Okay, Chevy has got a setup for us.
So to give you an idea, Chad, on the 1 minute, this little zone over here, this little fair value gap at 1.26617 more or less. So if you go to the 5 minute, this last bullish candle slightly above the 50% or more or less 50% if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So once it gets back there, I will look to enter a sell, and then 7. So we'll make it 5.7 per stop, and then we'll target the Asian low.
Somebody asking about, would you give a quick explanation of when there's no wick? Robert, so the theory behind a no, let's say for instance in a bullish scenario, no bottom wick, it is actually the books would tell you it's indicative of strength because the buyers immediately stepped in on that next candle. It didn't even allow a little bit of selling. It just immediately buyers started buying. Think about it, somebody falling over their feet just to get in, and it's like somebody pressing buy already, like before that candle closes. That's the one idea. The second idea is that below a candle, especially on a daily or a weekly, below, let's call it a bullish candle that's got no bottom wick, there's orders. Again, what we talked about, a real order block. There's orders sitting below that candle. So the theory is that price would want to go back, and basically I always call it as going to create a bottom wick for that candle that does not have one. So it's going to basically dip below that price to collect the orders that was maybe sitting there that weren't collected, and then it will go back up again, and vice versa for a sell candle. Price will push back up, create that wick where it collects those orders, triggers all those orders to then come back down again. That's on a very high level, I would say. Jeff, I actually like it because if you look at the analysis, you're not in yet, eh? Pending orders. Okay.
Yeah, pending order.
Chad, if you look at, so there's the key level for DXY that we discussed earlier this morning. So DXY is starting to look like it wants to hold that level, and I do think once DXY gets back above this level, we could be in for somewhat of a pullback, at least maybe to this daily pivot, because look at this daily pivot broken down, never really tested. So I back at JV. Just gonna your screen. Thanks,
Okay.
Chris. Understand. Beautiful. Let's see. Crutches, my brother. Value, respect here. You see the work being done by the G's. If you don't find value here, feel free to leave. No need to come in hot. Yeah, Chad, if you honestly, we are all here putting in the work. Again, there's no ego here. Win or lose, the only thing we're trying to do here every single day is to provide value. If you do not find that value, there's a lot of other streams out there. There's a lot of other guys, maybe not a lot, but there are other streamers. Go and join their streams, go get some value. Here's the other thing, if you think that there's not enough value being given just across the board, start streaming yourself. Give that value. Be the example.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yes, there you go. Be the change that you want to see in the world. So instead of having an opinion and commenting, say, listen here, I'm going to start streaming. All right? And then what you do is you do it consistently. You pitch up every single day on time. You provide that value without feeling sorry for yourself, without asking money. And then you just do that every single day on time. Never miss a stream. Be that person. And then 100% we can take you seriously. Otherwise, up until then, your opinion really does not carry any weight. All right?
Griffin, to answer your question there quickly, just give me 1 second. I need to reply. It's very important.
True, I had 5+ boxes to tick and I'd get anxious before every entry. Simplified my strat. Still have some PTSD before entry, but brother man, yeah, here's the thing. I think a big reason why we have anxiety with trading is our model is not thoroughly tested. And even though you might have liked the trade or the idea of the trade, the reason why you get FOMO is you haven't seen that system play out enough, where it's like, flip, I know this strategy, I know what to expect from it.
Griffin, to answer your question there, basically, why I am waiting for it to tap my supply zone, so I wanted to basically see it go up into this level and then basically drop. So why I'm taking it from this zone is because you'll see on the 1 minute we had accumulation, break of structure, we had this zone over here, so this is where price first failed. Okay, so this initially acted as a supply over here, but it's not an ideal place for me, so that's why I still waited. Price tapped this further demand zone. The fact that price didn't pop all the way up indicates to me that this demand is weak. So the fact that price formed that high and then broke back below this low indicates to me that this is all supply over here. So then with that said, we then look at premium and discount, and the 50% basically above the 50%, there's the premium, there's the fair value gap. So that's basically how I'm entering. And also to answer your question there, based on my journaling, within the first 20 minutes, if I get all my losses take place within the first 20 minutes. So it's literally one of those things, either tap and run or we get tapped and stopped out. Very, very simple.
Somebody's saying, morning Chris, I see you mostly gold focused, So I wanted to ask, do you prefer taking trades on it during London? Or, dude, I take it on both sessions. That's the beauty of gold. It is a globally traded commodity. It's obviously the biggest commodity outside of oil. I'm not 100% sure if we look at oil volume and if we look at gold volume. But the idea is also a lot of times that, let's say, for instance, during London could be creating the bottom wick for the day. And then New York would basically be the main body push for the day. But then also there's times where London would give the first push, and then during the crossover time, it will pull back into COMEX, and then from COMEX into NYSE Open, you've got the idea that you can retest that daily high. Because always remember, thinking back to, and again, that's why I say you need to make sense of a theory. The theory of the market maker, the theory behind ICT is that before a reversal can happen, a previous daily high, a previous daily, or even a session high needs to be swept. So if we pushed bullish during London, we created a session high, a daily high, we pulled back. What do you think the theory is? The theory is that once the NYSE traders come online, they are most probably going to be seeing the same thing that the London traders saw. So they are going to follow that trend to say, listen, we are also going to buy into our open. And then the idea is, as a minimum, you can target that session high or that daily high. And then if it's going to reverse, that is most likely where it could reverse. So that's why I'm saying you need to put these steps in place for yourself to say, why is it that we are potentially looking for a continuation trade during NYSE and not a reversal trade? All right, I hope that makes sense. I hope Nirvana is still here.
No, it's all good, Griffin. I get a question a lot. It can seem scary to some people, but that's just what works for me.
Jared Rieder once said, due to aggressive trading, which makes no sense. And the next one, I just got told I broke the broker's rule. Where do you trade your synthetics deriv? Deriv has held my profits back twice. Hey, ask JV about that. Oh, I think JV, have you talked about it? Let's not even talk about it.
I told him that I'm back there on a different person's name. If they ban me again, I'll have more evidence, and then I'm gonna just report them.
Sorry, Bevan. The email says that it's only taking place on the 29th to the 1st of July. Correct. But imagine they said, listen, we're closing all open trades on Friday. So that's why they're giving you time to say, listen, you close your trades this week if you've got trades running. And then during the weekend, they will do the transition, and then trading recommences on Monday. I actually phoned him and said, why not just do it on the Friday, for instance? Tell everybody, hey, close your trades today, it's Friday. And they said, no, there should be a client should be given sufficient time to close the trades out. Otherwise, it could be stated that, hey, the broker, I was in a loss and a max loss. The broker didn't give me the opportunity to close the trades before the transition. I love it. Be the change you want to see, and in the process, there will still be others with opinions like you did before. That is life. Do what works for you, and never attempt to stop others doing theirs. 100%, brother. 100%. Ruche Channing, guys. Hi, Jeff. I know you have your own rules, but why would you not wait until it taps and show momentum down before execution? Because it can blow past it too. I think the idea is to try and catch it as close as possible to that level. So to keep your stops maybe small. I don't know, Jeff, is that the reason?
Yeah. So the thing is, I feel like I always say this: when you enter a trade, there's a certain anticipation you want in the market. Obviously, we can't control the market, but there's a certain anticipation. Like, if, for example, if you tell yourself, I'm going to enter here, you want to see a certain thing happen within a certain period of time. For instance, you don't want to enter and tell yourself, oh, I'm willing to be in drawdown for the next hour or so, you know. So literally with that, I've seen it happen so many times, so that every time I enter, I have that anticipation, and if that anticipation isn't met, I also cut the trade.
Hey man, is London the best? No. Tamara, think about it again. When US 30, NASDAQ, these are US indices. So NYSE still closed. So the best time for London is to trade the FTSE, to trade the CAC 40, and to trade the DAX. CAC 40, I'm not swearing at anybody. It's literally CAC. I think it's the French 40. And I think it's Spain also has something that's called the, is it SP35, the top 35, but CAC 40.
Tama, this is GBP USD, not Euro GBP, eh?
Chris, if we get a 4-hour bearish candle close below 39.092, would you still be on the long side? Tissy, here's my thing though. I'm very honest with you. The fact that US 30 traded up first thing starting the week, I don't like that. I'm not saying we cannot finish the week bullish. For me, it's just I hate it when there's very little to no weekly bottom wick. But then again, this is I am bullish on the week, and we are literally that we're trading at the previous weekly high now. That purple line, that is also the previous daily high. So it is an interesting week. It is the first. It is the first session. We literally, 2 hours into the new week. To try and digress what the rest of the week is going to do based off 2 hours worth of price action is tough. However, I'm just going to quickly go over to my screen. However, you want to be aggressive. This is 2 taps against the previous weekly high. This is the session high. It is.
Sorry, Chris. Tamo, we're not in that trade yet. We're still
Okay.
waiting to be tapped in there, so please do not rush it.
So if you want to go on this based on an engulfing and you want to take the pullback trade here, I might take it just for shits and giggles. See if this theory actually holds true. Let me just get in here. Sorry, not longs, shorts. Let's actually take it. However, 80 is starting to go bullish, but let's see here. US 30, let's do this. I'm going to take a young US 30 right here. Okay. Took a US 30 sell right there. Literally there. On the 5 minute, bearish engulfing, some type of a double top. I'm going to go just with the 30 point stop. And let's target Asia highs. Let's do just a 1 to 2. Asia highs could be tapped if we pull back again. I don't trade indices, US indices during London, but again, this is a big level. It's a previous weekly high, it is a session high, it is a previous daily high. Okay, so let's see. Is it on my screen? I just want to pull my stops and then I'm going to grab some water. And then, Jev, are you in yet?
No, still waiting.
Okay, made it a 32 point stop. Let's just make this a 32 point stop. Just to allow for the spreads. And then we're going for a 1 to 2. Okay. 1 to 2. Beautiful. Okay. There you go. I'm just going to leave it here, JV, quickly. Do you think you're gonna get tapped in? Should I go over to your screen?
It's kind of moving without us right now at the moment,
Okay.
but I think you can leave it on your screen for now.
Okay, chat. There's the trade.
I'll just say when I take it. I
Okay.
think everyone should know what the level is by now.
Okay, there we go, chat. Just gonna run, grab some water. I'll check you guys now.
What? Get ready, guys. GU is almost there. GU is almost there. It's coming. It's coming. Almost there.
Okay, let's just go over to Jeff. Okay, Chad.
Oh, guys, I'm tapped in.
All right,
I'm
Jeff.
activated.
Okay,
That's
wait.
weird.
Okay, so I'm already in US30. And Jevy is tapped in. Here we go, round one. 2 trades. 2 TPs. Fight. Ja, die kak 40 en die fok. Oh, Chad, believe it or not, go and type in, that's the, some brokers have it as CAC 40, CAC 40 index, believe it or not. The CAC 40 is a benchmark French stock market index. The index represents a capitalization weighted measure of the 40 most significant stocks amongst the 100 largest market caps on the Euronext. Okay, I don't know, how do you pronounce it? I've heard, guys, I've never traded it, but from what I heard, it was usually CAC 40.
CAC 40.
Don't be CAC, trade the CAC 40. Alright, JV, so you in?
I'm in, yeah.
Alrighty, chat. So 2 trades already just spiced up for the lads. I want to pee first. Okay, you go pee. I've got a massive pee on me. Oh, Chad. Where's the music? Okay, here we go. Jave, you can go pee first. Oh, thanks so much. I thought it's Jave, sorry.
No, I think like Yeeks first, placing the toilet there.
Oh, is he doing a number on the toilet there?
Yeah.
A number. Is he still? Yo.
They also feel heavy.
I just have pee. Like if you say heavy, you have like a poof.
No, my root chakra is killing me.
Yo.
My root chakra.
Okay, so you have a poof.
No. I just have a massive pee. Feels like
When you say root, I think of like a log, and it's like a root, and that root needs to get out of your body. It needs to get displaced. That's what I hear from a root chakra or chakra
Need to be cleansed there.
or kakra. Uh, 60 points, Tamir. Currently, it is looking like price wants to continue higher here. There we go. DXY at the weekly pivot at the daily S1. So if it is going to reverse, this is the place where it should happen. That is why, looking in terms of where we are trading at within the session, let's just go quickly over my screen.
Okay, I'm gonna run quickly.
Okay, is it out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go after you. Dollar index, as mentioned, if we get above that level, I think it is good for some type of a pullback. But up until then, it is still creating bearish order flow here. This is the weekly pivot. That is the daily S1. There's that key level. Could be a little bit alarming here. Looking at it early in the week, if we cannot hold above that level. US 30, the trade we took, again, we need to reject this level if we're going to continue lower. Idea was the double top formation here. First rejection below that level, then try to hold above this level again. Bearish engulfing, closing back below it. So now the third time. And the next 5-minute candle is going to be the key for this if we are going to continue lower and whether this is just going to continue higher. Because if the next 5-minute candle comes down, retest this level, holds it as a support, again, bearish candle holding it as support, very likely next candle is going to continue higher because that is the first break above, the first retest that is held, and then the continuation higher. So still in the trade, cannot really manage it as of yet because you can see here the first break above, the retest failed. So this is now the second break above, and we don't know what the retest is going to do as of yet. Okay, so that's why I cannot manage. Actually, this was the first break and close above, then the reversal. So what I do want to see on this next candle, if I'm very honest with you, if we're going to get that pullback, next 5 minutes needs to take out all these lows. All these lows, then I am very comfortable with this position. If not, this thing can grind higher one more time, because if you look at the localized highs, if you look at these highs, you can see even though it's just slightly, these highs are still getting higher, and look at the lows are still getting higher as well. So this thing can grind like this for up until later this afternoon. So that is the idea here. This 5 minute is going to give us a lot of information on this. What is NASDAQ doing? NASDAQ faltering at Asia highs there, already trading below the daily pivot. DXY, okay, DXY is in a little bit of trouble. DXY is in a little bit of trouble. But this 5 minutes, we're going to monitor this 5, but this is the position for the guys. 30 point stop, 32 point stop, 60 point target. We are targeting the potential retest, daily pivot, Asia highs, previous daily high, previous weekly high. So a lot of potential for a quick in and out here to start the week. But JV, is your chakra cleared?
Yeah.
Emptied? Okay.
Just hold your breath when you...
What do you mean? Did your chakra fall out or what?
No. Yeah, you'll see when you get there.
No, man, JV. What do you mean, my bro? Okay, I have to chat. Okay, wish me luck. I'm just going to throw it over to JV. The boys are nervous about the GU position. Just keep them calm.
Yeah, you guys, so I was tapped in a bit early because of spread, but yeah, see, it did go to that level, so you should be tapped in now. So you should be activated. You guys should actually have a better entry than me. Are you referring to this level over here, Antique Nico? Referring to this level down here.
Alrighty. Okay, JB, how's things looking there by you?
A bit of drawdown. Once we
Dude,
get
what
to
is your stop? Is that like a 4 pip stop?
6.1.
Yo, these snipers.
Yeah, 6.1.
They've got a few snipers in the house here.
Liam, I hope you got it there. 6.1 pips. So slightly above the weekly pivot. And like I said, guys, usually based on my backtesting, I get stopped out in the first 20 minutes. So that
So if
is-
it goes more than 20 minutes,
then we
we're
can
still good.
be good. That's one cool
That
thing
is
I must
actually
say.
a cool stat that I never thought about in terms of trade duration and stop loss frequency.
So I realized
Never even thought about.
I
using
realized that the other day when I was journaling. I was like, what
is
is
very
it
good.
about these? That's also what I realized about my setups. If I follow my rules, that's the only thing that I would say where I find that common thing is when I follow my rules, is the only thing, the timing. When I don't follow my rules, and it's like a FOMO thing basically, then it's hard for me to even journal it, because then it's just like simple, didn't follow rules. I wasn't aware of my thoughts, FOMO. But other than that, yeah.
Alrighty, Chad. I love it out, Jev. Always as tight stops. It is key as a BBL trade. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. BBL traders having those tight stops. Antique, Nico, good morning. Carl, James. Hey, brother.
Hey, Kyle. Hope you're doing good, man.
Two of the biggest BBL traders in the game. The one is selling GU. The other one is selling US30. And so for our BBLs are getting tapped here a little bit with some drawdown. But it still seems like we are still in the mix. Alright, Chad. US30, as mentioned, we can grind like this for months. The way it's bumping and grinding now, like some of us, I don't want to say you, some of us on our first dates, the way this thing is bumping and grinding. Just go screen. As mentioned, these highs are still getting somewhat higher. 80 also somewhat flattening out here. Previous daily high, previous weekly high. Again, closure above, not really a full retest of this level yet. I want to see a bearish candle closure, pull back to this level, retest it, and then hold above. Then I would say, okay, we are in trouble, because then the next one can just break structure and this little holding pattern here can just push higher. But other than that, that's why we've got stops. 32 point stop. DXY, let's quickly look at DXY. Okay, DXY in trouble, Chad. If DXY is going to make any type of a comeback today, It needs to get back above this key level right here where it broke down from. Nasdaq, Asia highs rejected, most likely now also rejecting daily pivot, most likely going for Asia lows, daily S1. I think Daniel Jordan asked about it. Daily S1 could be tapped, my brother. Very, very likely daily S1 being tapped. Gold, somewhat on a mission of its own here. Never got the setup we looked for. Gold just going. Gold just ready to ruin some weeks early on. Get out your Tony Robbins books, your podcasts if you were trading gold this morning, because you're going to need that
motivation.
You're going to need that motivation. You're going to need that priming exercises, all of that, because gold went up. It said, hold my beer. It went down, and now it's saying, hold my Tony Robbins book. I'm not your mentor. Made into a Netflix documentary. Actually, a very good documentary if you guys want to watch it. Very, very good. So yeah, Carl James, that is the gist of it. And there we go. What did you say, JV? Hold my toilet spray, not my rooted chakra. It wasn't too bad when I got in there. BBL Jev. Hey,
I think because I was breathing most of it in.
Malvin LaRue, please check your emails, brother, when you're referring to gold. I took the NAS 100 short, so let's hope it hits daily. Okay. Donald, where did you take it from? Where did you take the NAS 100 short? Asia highs or daily pivot? Hey, Carl. Okay, Chad. Carl James is in some longs, so there's at least a winner here today. I don't know where he's in from. If he's in from where we shared earlier this morning, daily pivot, then obviously already break even. That was a 100-point move from daily pivot. So, but Carl is talking cack. That man never trades on a Monday. It is very, dude. I know Carl. Carl is still waiting for the daily candles to close. Daily pivot. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, I think you're looking good, my brother. I think you are looking solid. I would say take Asia lows. Take Asia lows. That extra, dude, it's not even a lot. It is an extra 13 points. Like, take Asia lows. That is the low-hanging fruit. Take that. That is still a beautiful trade, considering you took it from the daily pivot. That is still almost 70 points. 70 points on Nasdaq is solid, my dude. That is solid. How do you
remember what I said, Chad? 20 minutes. So this is why I entered.
Took it from the internal exterior.
So yes, 20 minutes.
Are you still in it, Jeff?
Yeah,
20 minutes.
We'll see now how this 5 minute closes. I don't want to close.
How long have we been in it?
20 minutes now.
Is it 20?
Yeah. So
20
it's
minutes.
So it's either we get stopped
20
out
minutes.
now, or it's gonna go into profit.
All right, Chad.
I see now only what counts.
Jeff's tip. Hey, Chad, thank you. I did refer to gold. Okay, yo, Malvin, just go and read the email. Jeff, now he'll have a kak gedachtes the whole day. Jeff's tip. Yeah, some of the we went from BBL to Jeff's tip to CAC 40 check US30. Romano, we in US30, my bro. I'm checking it. I threw the house, the car, this trade. Yeah, it is late in the month. Those debit orders are gonna hit, and yeah. So I threw it in here, my bro. There's actually also what I threw in here, if you guys want to know, is a factory downpipe for M340. The factory downpipe with the cat still in there. I believe that's some money. The guy steal the catalytic converters. So I don't know. Let me know, because then I can throw that down on margin as well. Hey Ed, how do I get Jeff's tip? Asking for a friend. BBL Jeff, somebody's asking.
Yeah.
Yo, Chad, let's keep it clean, yeah. Let's keep it clean. US30. Alright, Chadadonia. We talked about it. This is the first retest of this level. There's that bearish candle. Took the high. Didn't take the low. 44 seconds left. Yeah, let's just check time. If it's going to range for more than 30 minutes, I'm out. Just my timed exit strategy. So let's quickly look at it. We entered here, and we should be exiting here. If it's still ranging, this is our timed exit zone, irrespective of where it is. I've seen that now the other way around, that if I'm in a trade for longer than 30 minutes, I'm going to get stopped out. That is my stat. Java's got another stat. Longer than 20 minutes, he's going to survive it. Longer than 30 minutes, I'm going to get stopped. So again, the theory comes behind, if this is a key level where sellers want to get involved in the market, why are we still sticking against this level? Because the sellers can't get the overhand from the bulls. So that is why if you enter here, and even if you range, even if it ranges, a lot of times that opium would kick in to say, oh, it's ranging, it's collecting orders, the distribution is going to go lower. No, it's going to continue higher, because the bears could not make a dent into the bulls' momentum here. And we're not talking about the URC, because the bulls obviously gave away the momentum there in the last stretch of the game. But yeah, so we've got technically exactly 9 minutes, then we're going to make a call. We're either going to be in profit and this trade is going to play out beautifully, or we're just going to kill it. Because again, trading plan, Discord, free of charge, education, all the way to the top here. Feel free to put this, no, let me not say feel free, because you'll go to a toasty place. We already talked about it. If you steal this content and you want to sell it, at least, here's the thing, if you steal this content, at least give it for free. Give it to somebody else. Is it on my screen or Jeff's screen? It's on my screen. You'll see by trade management right here. If I enter a trade and it starts ranging for more than 30 minutes, I close out manually. If you steal this and you sell it, very toasty where you're going. I'm talking toasty like you wouldn't believe. But if you steal it and you give it away for free, that's at least better, okay? You don't want to go to the toasty place.
Kevin, I'm still in there. We're really
Okay,
like
wait.
75% in drawdown, so like cutting the trade here is like
Let's go to JV. Oh, JV. But it's only 6 pips, so that
Yeah.
it feels.
feels like nothing.
No.
That's the cool thing about this. So
Oh, JV.
so cutting it here is like
no, don't cut
you
it.
can't cut
You
it here
can't-
because
no, no.
you're already so deep into the drawdown. It's either
Pot odds. It's like a poker. Here's the thing, Chad. If you play poker, so pre-hand, like before the cards were actually even dealt or not dealt, before the not the turn. What is it? The flop. Before the flop. So pre-flop, you raised. Okay. you basically signaled you've got a hand. We get the flop. You do a continuation raise. That you're bringing the boys with. Now the guys are with. You were, say, going for maybe a flush or maybe a straight or whatever. Now you get to the turn card. Now it's like, ooh, continuation again. Now you're already so committed into the stack, and now on the river, you basically say no more bets, and somebody else just throws in a little bet. Then it's like, bro, you've already committed yourself now to throw that additional 5% or 10% bet in. That's what I talk about pot odds. You're already committed to you might as well see it through. So yeah, it's close only now to give the guys ample opportunity to close their positions till Friday, and then on Monday recommencement of gold. I had a chat with them earlier. That's the only reason they can't do it, because if they did it on Friday, you know, traders, if you say, listen, yeah, we're going to do the thing on Friday, all positions need to be closed on Friday, then it's like, oh, you didn't tell me. It's like, no, we told you a week before. So now it's like, we give you a week. And you can't say on Friday, oh shit, you never let me know. Chad, just over to our position. We've got one more candle here, Chad. More candle.
Champ, yes. It's actually the indicator someone mentioned on the stream. It's this power of 3. I just left it on here for now, but I'm going to remove it.
All right, Chad. Okay. I'm going to give it one more candle. Technically, on a technical perspective, this is not what you want to see. This thing can go so much higher now from here. Why do I say that? Because we couldn't trade below it. We couldn't hold below it. I'm giving it, again, one more candle, simply due to the fact that we're so late in the session. Might as well give it one more 5-minute candle. If it runs, it runs. The probability for it to just absolutely nuke from here is relatively low, unless some comments come out of that Eurogroup meeting that maybe not really spooks the market, but bolsters the market. But that's why I'm going to give it one more 5-minute. Let's see, let's call this the make or break 5-minute. Needs to get below this level. Otherwise, feel free to get out of it. Feel free to get out of it, because it is holding this previous daily high level, this previous weekly high level. So feel free to close it if you're getting nervous here. It gave you multiple opportunities to close. You could close it here for 7 point whatever. I'm just giving it this one more 5-minute, and then this 5-minute. If we are still ranging here, I'm done with it. And that is, yeah, that will be the first trade of the week for me. US 30. JV, you still holding on there, my brother?
Yeah, I literally reversed at my stop loss now.
Chip and a chair.
But we'll see if we survive.
JV holding on, chip and a chair and a dream. What is your daily bias on gold, Chris? Ruche Channing. Neutral. No, sorry, I'm talking cuck. Ruche. Sorry. Ruche Channing. I'm talking nonsense here. Technically, I'm bearish. I've kept it neutral just due to the fact that gold is messy, bro. Look at this. This is a very messy daily chart. So I told the guys anything can happen here. In terms, even the weekly is not. It's messy. It's still in this consolidation hold pattern. But I said if you really want to zoom it in on a daily, and you go and look at our reversal patterns, technically this is a reversal daily candle pattern. So key level 23.24. if it can hold below here, I think it can have some room to go down, or even this flat body resistance area. But other than that, it is just a messy chart. Messy Lionel. Alright, US 30. Okay, check that chat. Remember what I said here, holding above. Okay, can really start driving here from here. I'm giving it one more 5 minutes as a choice to see it play out. Alright, but look at it, simple. We talked about it earlier. What's going to happen here? Either rejection, come down, or continuation. Continuation looks likely here. Would I flip bullish now and take a trade right here as this candle closes? No. Too late in the session for me. Also, all of this move up here, very, very extended. No pullbacks here. Alrighty. One minute. Can this thing keep us in for one more minute, or will it give us an opportunity to cut this at -9, -5, or even in 30 seconds? Maybe it's like, Chris, we're gonna do this for you. I don't know, 30 seconds, Chad. Probable. Hey Chris, can Nas get through Asia lows? Absolutely. Daniel asked, I said it could, but I said the easy target is Asia lows. The easy target, but it can absolutely go, dude, it can even turn around here somewhere. It can literally just bust through this level and then maybe later start going bullish. 80, however, the 80 is still, dude, it's still very bearish. That's why I said this this morning. That's why I am bearish still on it. Okay, Chad, US 30. Look at this. Look at that. Alright, I didn't close it. I was busy looking at, let's see how much pips can we save if we close it. This is technically the exit. 12 pips. Okay, so that's 1/3 we can save. So instead of a 1%, it will be a 0.67. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna let it hit stops, Chad. I'm letting it hit the stops, which it will. Probability dictates that this will definitely hit the stops. Only reason I'm going to let it hit stops is it is at that daily R1 level. So the outside guard here for us is this daily R1. But the fact that we held above here, bears couldn't really do anything off this level, which is a big level. If you consider Friday, the shorts taken on Friday, previous daily high here on Friday. Look at what happened there. This was Friday's trade. Friday just absolutely nuking from there. So that was a massive level on Friday. Now today, bears are not serious about going up against the bulls. So yeah, just gonna let this hit stops up here. Not gonna try and save a 1/3 of the position. If it was here somewhere, makes sense, but we're already 2/3 into this. Pot odds. Okay. There we go. JV, what's happening there by you?
We're still fighting, yeah. We're still fighting.
Are you drawing manifestation zones, resistance zones?
No, I'm more
Let's go over to JV quickly.
Actually praying to the Forex cards right now.
6.2 pip stop. Nas tanking. Is Nas tanking? Oh yeah, there Nas. Yeah, Nas almost Asia lows. Beautiful. Yeah, US 30 not tanking. US 30, massive divergence here this morning, Chad. Massive divergence. So either one of them are, the one's either going to catch up with the other one, or the one is not going to catch up. So keep that in mind.
Chad, I think the minimum withdrawal is $100 for your commissions on Vault Thunder. Only then will the button become available.
Yeah, Messi, let's check here. Chris on NAS got through. Okay, this would go into your continuation. Milan, the only thing though is why I wouldn't sell the lows there is, again, looking from where we are in terms of the daily pivot. Let me just go back to my screen here real quick. Why I wouldn't consider the continuation strat there, or not the continuation strat. Think about the market as you want to be trading from some type of a base or a starting point. And that's why I always talk about I want to see some structure at a level. So I consider a consolidation almost as a nice base, because that's where buyers and sellers, they're busy placing their orders, the boys are getting ready to move, and then they move it out from there. So if we just continue like this and we start breaking through this level, I'm not saying it can't continue lower, but I just know the probability is higher if there's some type of consolidation or range. So if we get down here, considering we already traveled quite a bit from the upside here, I would love to see us actually go into a consolidation hold here up until NYSE. And then I would say you can trade the continuation down. But other than that, the way it's falling now, if you didn't take it from the daily pivot, you missed the move. So be comfortable, see it. Why do I say you missed the move? Again, this is shared in the Discord. If you go under the education section, that is a sell continuation pattern right here. Daily pivot, basically this trade ticked all the boxes. So it is this market structure A for the continuation. So you technically missed the move. So don't try and get in on it now, late in the session. That was your ideal spot to take it. All right, DXY, still looking fragile, Chad. DXY looking super fragile here. US 30, are we still in? We are still in, Chad. We're still holding on to a chip and a chair. Who's that guy from South Africa? No, it's not Doyle Brunson. Doyle Brunson is the Deuce 10 player from the US. What was that guy? Almost wanted to say Ray McCauley. Let's Pig's Peak. Pig's Peak poker player WSPO. Let's see if I see him. Chad, old guy. He made it. Pig's Peak, South African. He made it till the 4th. He was in a bubble. I think he ended 4th. Yeah, Raymond. What did I say? Ray McCauley. Raymond Rame. Ray Rami. Chad, yeah, this is before a lot of you guys even started playing poker. Weirdly enough, there was a time in SA when poker was quite big. But anyways, Ray Rami, so Ray Rami made $3 million World Series of Poker. The one 17th. Oh, wait. Let's just check here. World Series of Poker. Chad, we're about to hit stops now. I'll go back there now. It's literally close. This one here. Third. Sorry, he got third. That is literally, that set him up for life. 2007. I still watch this. This was almost the peak of the poker rush in South Africa. 2007. All right, US30 chat. There we go. As mentioned, very likely that we are going to continue higher after holding that previous daily high, and there you see it. For me, I didn't take it out because 2/3 there, again, similar pot odds. What is DXY doing? DXY is looking fragile here. Nasdaq on its way to Asia lows. Okay, let's check gold. Okay, gold back at that key level. Let's check GBP. I think JV is out. Let's just check JV. Oh, let's check there. I think it's about to get tickled now. Weekly pivot also above there. Oh, there it goes. Wait, is JV still in? Is JV still in? Okay, it's out there. So the two BBLs got clapped here this morning.
Did you also get stopped out?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, you out, eh?
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
Chad, here we go. Yeah, US30. I wouldn't look for anything else here. Again, interesting going into NYSE with US30 trading at the highs of the week. And we've got Nasdaq. Let's just go to Nas quickly. Nas and US30 diverging from last week already. I just want to throw it on the chart here. Look at that. So from last week, there was some days. When was it? Friday. Yeah, Friday afternoon. Just want to show you guys here. Friday afternoon, we had that massive divergence between Nasdaq and US30. And let's just go here. This was the other divergence I was talking about. So when Nas came down, this was the 20th of June. Nas started coming all the way down, and US30 started making its way back up. So quite a bit of divergence going on there during that time. But for the most part, the rest of it relatively correlated there. The correlation not really breaking down. So again, very, very interesting early start to the week. Let's just check here. So again, divergence. Who's going to catch up? Is Nasdaq going to catch up with US30, or is US30 going to catch up with Nasdaq? Going to be interesting to see what we do when we trade there a little bit later. But yeah, as mentioned, bullish on the day. That was a little bit of a pullback play. Had some very nice probability to pull back, at least give us the opportunity to go break even, which it did not. Consolidated. So yeah, if you took the buys from there, that buys there, ballsy. I have to give it to you. But other than that, Chad, early start, early in the week, not gonna force anything for the rest of the session. JV, anything you're looking at for the rest of the session?
At the moment, no. I see DXY has stepped into my demand zone, but now I have to wait for change of character and a retracement.
Wait. Let's just check here. Will you look at re-entry?
No, not now.
Okay.
I have to see DXY basically form a change of character, and then they'll pull back before we can see DXY potentially taking control with the bulls coming into play, and then potentially this level here could still hold for this afternoon. So if this holds and they basically give us a break of structure below this level and they consolidate a bit later on, we could see that play out.
Alrighty, chat. Gold also not doing anything. As mentioned, it is the week. don't expect too much. I even said I don't expect too much up until Thursday. Not a lot of data to get us through the week. So Thursday, Friday could be very volatile. Gold now back at that level, 23.25. I'm going to wait till a little bit later today. But it is looking relatively bullish. Let's see if it can hold here, 23.25. Only thing is those EMAs are looking bearish. But Chad, it is the start of the week. Hope you guys are all right. 6 pips from JV, 30 points from me. Let's see if we can bring it back this afternoon. We've got Shaq joining us this afternoon. Last session was Shaq. And then tomorrow, Keeg's back on the show. And then back to normal. Thanks, Chad. Loss is part of the 100%, dude. If you are faced by 1 loss, 2 losses, 3 losses, however long,
if anything, we just tested the waters now this week. So now
I don't like lose. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chad. That's why I go for a 1-to-1 on a normal basis. I don't like losing, so I'm not the guy that wants the 1-to-10 or strat where I lose 7 out of 10 trades to win 3. Even though it's profitable, I don't like losing. That is just me. Chad, let's just see anything still there. I'm selling gold until internal low swept. Beautiful. Ray McCauley is I know Ray McCauley is a pastor. I don't know Ray Rami, Ray McCauley. US 30 boss now. I will take long to R1. Daniel, US 30 is tricky for me. It is tricky for me. There's a lot of divergence here. Dollars on the low of the day, of the week. US 30 is on the high of the week. Yeah, I would say you're already in the NAS shorts. Like don't overplay your hand. Don't get ahead of yourself where you turn a winning day into just a bad start of the week. There's still a lot. We've got 9 rounds left to fight the market. 9. This was the first round. So take that W. You took the win. So you already won the first round. There's 10 rounds. And we call it a successful week after that 10th round on Friday. So that's why you can even be down till the 8th round. And then round 9 and 10, you knock out the market. So think about it that way. Was a bit naughty and took a buy this morning. Bagged. Hey, Ezra, beautiful. Chad, peace and love, baby. See you guys at 3 p.m. Shaquille Samai in the building. And we will be trading US 30. JV, any closing remarks starting off the week?
From my side, guys, like Chris said, there no need to force anything. Simply following our rules over here. Let's wait for the market maker to show us his hand. And then only attack from there.
Did you say the market maker?
Yes.
I like it. All right. Chad, peace and love, baby. We will see you guys a little bit later. Please do not get stuck into anything now. We've played our hands. Let's come back this afternoon and let's take it from there. Peace and love, baby. Peace.